Good evening, folks. I'm Baroque, and welcome back to Eternal Strands. With another new area explored and another new arc taken down, we continue on with our quests and investigate the mysteries that still linger, with some blossoming romance and trying to help the rest of us weave a band thrown in. Without further ado, let's get stuck in. Hope you're doing well this evening. Hope your day's not been too bad. Get yourself a warm beverage. Come join me. Alright, we had a lot of stuff to hand in. Did a little bit of recrafting, though my gear is still funky in colour. I'm just having a double glance at OBS, making sure it's picking up my audio, because it did not for the morning's WoW stream. Very frustrating. But we're here now and we seem good. Aria, how are we getting on? Where's the smoke?
Have you taken a
Or where there's smoke?
The glasses I found in the farmer's stand.
I can hardly believe it. My mother's craft work is unmistakable. Enchanted to adjust with degrading vision.
So we found your father.
It's the fancy glasses.
His name was Eugenius Osphine.
You'd never need to buy another pair again. That's fantastic.
I guess so.
I thought you'd be happy.
No, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I know you might have had different ideas about who your father is. It's okay if it takes time for this to sink in.
I thought I came from a long line of weavers. Now... Never mind.
Aurea.
I need to be alone right now.
I will respect that and not immediately talk again. This is fine. Let's double check with everybody else. Oh, what do I have from you? Ah, yes. Modulator. Device that interfaces with the harness to prevent Surgeborn from passing through loom gates. Foul smelling due to the creature samples used in its creation. Oh. Oh, and this is the one for Sev. Forged resources. Oh, it doesn't matter which one. It doesn't have any bearing on the quality, I hope.
Sev is repairing a loom gate again, is he? I know this design.
Wait, really?
Doesn't it look familiar? Just like that seal we used to repair the loom gate in Glintwood Hollow.
Huh. I guess so. Though that one didn't need me to take out a glass tail. I was a little green for that when we first arrived.
We all knew you had what it takes. Sev certainly believed in you. And still does. Just like I'm choosing to believe in him.
Oh, here's hoping.
So, what do you make of the Eye hiding the extent of the Surgeborn threat from his colleagues?
From what I can tell, the Eye wants the same thing as everyone else. Peace in the Enclave.
But...
He just has a different way of achieving it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But lying to his own daughter is hardly justified.
He didn't lie. He merely withheld information.
It's not a good line.
There isn't really a difference.
Sure there is. Lying is deceitful and often involves betrayal. But at times, secrets are needed for protection.
I find that reality, as life goes on, becomes less and less... What's the word? True, necessarily? I don't know. It's things we tell ourselves.
Who are his secrets protecting? Him or her?
Well, her, of course.
Sev, I'd be careful of people who withhold information. You don't know what they're keeping from you.
Mm-hmm. Even so, we're going to help.
Hello, hello. We're fixing loom gates, are we?
What? Wait. Who told you?
You just did. But it was an educated guess from what you designed. Is this what the Eye has you working on?
Loomgate to where is the question?
You know I can't say. And honestly, I don't really know more than beyond the fact that there's a broken gate. I could do better work if I knew more, of course, but sometimes we have to fix things in the dark. Just the way of it.
My dad would tell you that's a great way to lose a hand.
You're just not seeing the whole picture. I'm sorry. I don't see it all either, but I've decided to trust that the head of the Enclave does.
I get it, big guy. Still, if he tells you more, just let us know if it's anything dangerous, okay?
Of course. Your note of caution when I asked for your help has been sticking with me. Was I too quick to trust? So I'm keeping my eye on on him. If things get dangerous, you'll be the first to know. Thanks again.
All right. All right. Okay. How you getting on?
Something's been bothering me about the loom gates.
You're going to ask how I got to your camp without connecting you to Cassidon's.
Yes. I've been reconnecting all the gates as I discover them.
We developed a way to move through the gates without a permanent connection. When Asylum activated, it severed every loom gate, cut off the Surgeborn, which gave us a huge edge. But the scouts needed to move around without opening paths for them. So, the High Enchanter did their thing.
Is that why the hold's still cut off from the other gates?
Ah, thank you. Please allow reason to explain it.
To convince the council to even allow a connection here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Even so.
My teams have started to deploy with the recovered gear from the Institute, like a pebble starting a rock slide. Each team's able to clear more, recover more, and with that gear, we send more teams. Only downside is that the Eyes got us on a priority hunt for some really esoteric resources. True to form, he won't tell us why. Just, you'll be informed of the purpose when the time is correct, Ari.
Sola and I suspect he has some kind of arrangement with Sev as well. The Eye's clearly moving on something.
Is that so? I'll keep my horns in the air and see what the wind whispers.
I suppose that's keeping your head on a swivel or keep my ears open, but still interesting to say. Horns in the air.
We'll do the best we can. And thanks to you, we've got a fighting chance now. Remember my missing runner you found in the upper city?
One of the siblings with the hidden cache. I do.
Yes. One of my group heads got a little paranoid. He's since been dealt with. Anyway, I have a conundrum. We recovered the body. Thank you for that, by the way.
I noticed there's no dead anywhere in the Enclave.
There were. Tens of thousands right after the surge.
I didn't even consider that with the
Another
apocalypse
wave
happen.
of Surgeborn attacks before Asylum. We found everyone we could and gave them rights. Took years. Anyway, the problem now is I have a dead runner who broke all kinds of rules, and I'm not entirely sure how to handle it. The group heads need to know this happened. That's a given. But do I tell all the scouts? They could learn something from it.
Sounds like you've already made up your mind.
If I were you, I'd get in front of this. Word's going to get around eventually. If it hasn't already. Face it head on. Be honest. People will be concerned at first, but in the long run, they'll appreciate the transparency.
Right. Let them hear it from me and the whole story. Yes, there was a problem. Yes, it's been dealt with. Might upset a few, but in the end, it will build trust.
That's the hope.
Appreciate the advice, Bryn. Always good to get another perspective on these things. I just wish the siblings had talked to me before they felt they had to sneak around.
Well, many things to catch up with.
Bryn, have I ever told you you're a genuinely impressive person?
Thank you.
Thanks. What brought that on?
Oria told me the story about you joining the band. Sounds like your last one was awful, but you stuck with it.
In comparison, joining Oria's group was like that first nice day after a brutal winter.
That's probably more relatable if I grew up in a mountain pass.
No feeling like it. Temperatures that would have felt awful in autumn feel like a summer's day. And there's this endless, soft, watery trickle of everything melting.
Sounds incredible. Think you'll go back?
I have to. My mum and I did not part on the best terms. And while we've made up in letters, I owe her the biggest hug. and I want my dad to see how far I've come.
No.
Don't think he expected me to take up the sword, but he's always been supportive.
Maybe I could tag along. I feel like I've been denied something being literally stuck in here.
That's a weighty thing to have in a casual conversation. You should really stay here. No, come travel with me, not see the world for yourself, specifically with me. I know, it seems to be what he wants.
Deal. I might have to take leave from the band to do it, and travel's always safer with two. And while it's not always better with two, I feel like you and I could have a great time on the road together.
I feel like this would lead into a romance, but...
Could get up to hijinks. Maybe even shenanigans.
Perish the thought.
Now we have to do it.
Bless them. Feels like a lot of these dialogue options are starting to wind towards a natural end. I don't know how far away we are from finishing. Oh, we got a little bit of story to go. Let me have a swig of my beverage. Make sure you do the same out there. Right. High Kingdom of Tarza. High Kingdom of Tarza is a monarchy ruling over smaller leaders, also styled kings and queens of their lands. It's situated among the southern edges of the Ash Peak Mountains. If one follows the coast south of the Enclave, they will eventually reach its capital, Rolif and Barnes, sitting on the threshold between an ocean of sand and an ocean of water. The nation's western reaches, conversely, are separated from Renland to the north by nothing more than a few well-defended mountains, giving the Tazans a nigh unassailable string of holes from which to launch assaults on the fertile strip of land that grinds the southwestern extent of the Mida Basin. This, of course, has resulted in a bitter, at best, relationship with Renland spanning generations. Somewhat ironically, constant conflict on the aforementioned fertile strip of land has laid waste to the settlements that dotted the coast, and any farms have long been raised by either or both of the nation's armies. The High Kingdom's relationship with my homeland, Udea, is similarly tense, though not to the point of military conflict. Territorial disputes have defined the nation's diplomatic history. Undine privateers sanctioned by the state ply the waters off the coast of the kingdom's capital, placing constant pressure on Tazan traders. In the years before I was born, the Enclave's close proximity to both nations acted as a calming presence, with Tanzan engineers having a fundamental role in building the city-state's infrastructure. Since the surge, however, relations have soured once again. I travelled to the High Kingdom just once, when I was 16, as a reward for my academic successes. The journey to the edge of the kingdom took weeks. We followed the coast to the southwest and then chartered a protected vessel across the disputed waters to our first destination, Rolif and Barnes. Our crossing was uneventful. The tension between our Tazan guides and the Undine merchants accompanying us was palpable. We only spent a couple of days there, but I must say, Rolif and Barnes is a beautiful city in its own way, though very much unlike Varentia. The mazes of streets are nigh impossible for an outsider to navigate. Quite representative of Tazar as a whole, I suppose. The Eternal Palace gleams above the city at sunset and is visible at quite a distance. I would have loved to tour it, but before we could secure permission to enter, we were off on the second leg of our journey to the base of the northern mountains. Our aim was to observe the spring migration of the sandfish from the rocky peaks over the cliffs, down to the oceans of sand below. It's a significant cultural event on the Tazan calendar, and has been there since time immemorial. Sandfish travel the same routes every year, and the Tazans carefully engineer the landscape to funnel them for a series of channels where only the largest specimens are harvested, leaving the rest to breed amongst the dunes and eventually return to the mountains. The harvest is always carried out with restraint, according to protocols handed down through story and song. It was truly fascinating to watch, and made me wonder why our fishing season at home aren't conducted with the same depth of care. Just all of that makes me want to visit that place. It is beautifully set up world building. I hope they get the opportunity to make these places one day. Politics and leadership. The command structure of the Enclave was first put into place under the leadership of Diane Ramamos, a famed Kassil stateswoman. Some would argue she was the true founder of the Enclave for taking Maximilian Arden's dream and weaving its guiding principles into a functioning state. The Enclave's core ruling body is a council comprised of leaders elected from the various official guilds recognised by the leadership. These guilds are grouped into those who specialise in magical practices, enchanting, alchemy, and the like, and those who focus on mundane pursuits such as smithing or farming. The council was designed to set a clear statement that while the Enclave was a place for weavers, it valued those who chose to support magical innovation through more mundane means. Representing each of these coalitions are two leadership positions. The Axle and Spindle are elected by the mundane and magical councillors respectively, while all councillors vote on the Enclave's leadership position, which is known as the Eye. Clear from our explorations of the Enclave is that these positions were hotly contested, and remained so even after the Surge, which killed jockeying for position and power with each other both internally and on the council. It is also clear, despite Ramanos' influence, the purely magical vocations enjoyed a slightly larger amount of influence than the mundane ones. All the evidence available to us point towards this being an ongoing issue. Well, at least the Spindle and the Axle now are, maybe making some other headway. Magical exports. At the behest of Arkham, a half-sider and ally, we delved into the matter of how the Enclave handled export of their rarer constructions, such as the scries and aerolifts. While the ultimate goal of our investigation was locating a caravan that we believe never left the Enclave, some additional details and patterns emerged that were worth exploring. Using our recovered caravan and export logs as a basis, we continued investigations contingent on the Axle's ascent. We traced an intriguing pattern. The Enclave was scrupulous about balancing their exports between other nations. If one nation had an excess of enchantments, there would be new favourable deals negotiated with the other nations, often of limited duration to trigger a sense of urgency in the prospective buyers. Similarly, when trade slowed, a powerful nation might be given a nudge through reduced tariffs to continue their escalation of enchanted armaments and augmentations. Furthermore, and seemingly unknown to the Enclave's extensive trade network, all evidence points to a coordinated, delicate escalation in these tactics over time. What's unknown to us is if that was a purely economic plan, or if some more deliberate creation of dependency, where any nation risking sanction and losing trade ties by threatening the Enclave would be given pause by knowing their neighbours would have a distinct technological edge. If the latter, it would certainly match with the initiatives we've seen in attempting to attract the best and brightest in artisans and enchanters to Denevron's halls. Control the innovators, and you will always hold a technical edge. Unless your society is devastated by a magical disaster, that is... But what are the chances of that? Addendum. Aurea has ordered me to note here that the chances of the above are very high. Bless.
I think we can call that as close as we're going to get. I agree. But good news, Alec. It's likely your caravan didn't leave.
You're sure?
Reasonably. We know which caravan was carrying a sealed case of 2 scries from the Keep records.
There's no log of it departing, and the logs were quite consistent up to the Surge.
And the Axle had several older drovers who told stories of caravans that lost control of their beasts in the panic. More than a few, sadly, pitched their entire caravan into the newly formed fissure in the lower city.
The runners would have recovered anything that important years ago were it still by the gate.
Suggesting the scries might have gone over the edge.
Oh no.
Bryn, I hate to ask, but
I can take a look. Absolutely.
just be careful.
Off a cliff.
The tangles get thick down there.
Understood. Oh, what else you got to say, bub?
I can't believe we actually did it.
Wait, did I find it already?
It's been a pleasure working with your band. If we could match the drive and efficiency you all show, this place would be fixed in months.
I know you've got folks newer at this than me, and they need time to spread their wings. I don't mind pitching in when it's for a good cause.
Entirely true, and entirely appreciated. I'll get the runners on hauling that crate up, and let you know when I know more.
Oh, I guess I must have found it then. Huzzah?
Teams are already working on the recovery of that chest you found.
Think we'll get lucky and it'll be the scries?
I'm allowing myself a glimmer of hope. All the research we did says it's possible.
Fair enough. Alrighty then. Bit more nattering before we head out. Not yet.
I've been reading over those caravan logs you brought in when helping Arik.
A little light reading before bed?
They do help me sleep. You know how important that is.
It is.
The Enclave had 3 secrets to their trade success. These logs are good insight into how they leveraged that.
And you would very much like to tell me about how they did it, right?
I'm gonna guess leverage for it's like we just read in the codex. Magic, technological prowess, and like getting the artisans and stuff in-house.
You might only be asking because you have a giant crush on me and know I want to tell you, and that is I don't.
Oh.
Yes, I do want to tell someone. So brace yourself. So, the 3 keys to their success. Right?
Oh.
The first was no wars. The Enclave never fought. Instead, they made it clear with loom gates and the arcs that messing with them was tactically doomed.
So they could trade with everyone, even 2 nations at war with one another.
That was their second key. Unique products. The Enclave was the only place producing their enchantments. Try to declare a trade sanction against them for trading with your foe, and suddenly your foe has an edge you just lost.
That's a deft bit of maneuvering.
If a little worrying.
Their third key was having access
Oh.
to land and sea trade routes.
Very fair.
Valiant and Taza both relied on Enclave trade by land. Either one attempting to cut off caravans would provoke a response from the other, and the Enclave's north was unassailable by sea. That's why they built Cassidon's Hold.
Sharing trade knowledge is your happy place, isn't it, Kaz?
Oh yes. And do you know there's another place that's got 2 of these 3 advantages?
Taza place?
Your home,
Oh.
Calmhaven.
I was thinking ocean of sand, ocean of water, but
We don't have access to sea trade. And I wouldn't say we're at peace either. But you're thinking of our steel.
Best in the Maida. And you're the only people who know how to make it. Not only that, but while the Empire would love to put you back under their heel, they can't, can they?
No. Because we've started trading with other nations like Renland who wouldn't want to lose access.
That's peace.
So all we need is a port and we could be Enclave the Second?
Pretty much. I'm sure your leaders,
The Adelrad.
right, are aware of that. Probably the Empire too. Just fascinating how history repeats.
If we ever get out of here, I'll talk to my mother about this. Show her life on the roads helped me learn some things.
look how much they're building and taking away back with them. Hopefully it all, I just hope it all ends well with them. It's the kind of game so far where I feel like a happy ending's in store, but
We'll get out.
maybe there'll be a horrendous turn at the
When
end.
we do, I want to meet her. Tell her how great her daughter is.
Aww. What are we doing, are you? What this? What was that? Wait, what happened? What did I pick up? Is it something that went in my inventory? I don't know. It just said interact and I didn't see anything. Did I upgrade a map of some kind? No idea.
Hey. I just wanted to say, I'm here for you
When I'm ready, I know. I'm still not ready to talk, but thank you.
Alright, it's fair enough. Okay. We got some main quests. Archon's Half and the Institute. Well, we also have to hunt another Wintertide, a Living Flame, and a Forge. Let's see who's out. Well, there's Living Flame. There's a Forge. And the Wintertide is there. And then we have to go to the Institute anyway. So I think what we do is we go and hunt. We knock out the Living Flame. We knock out the Forge. Head to the Half. And then head to the Institute. So we've got miasma, clear, clear, clear. That's fine. That should be fine. Still a crafting recipe here. I should find that while I'm here as well. Look at the map. Where are you, Tiny Hammer? Oh, ticked up on that northern side. Maybe I just didn't explore enough to find it. I know I think this zone out of all of them I've run through kind of the fastest. I hazard a guess it's down south. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss it somewhere like I've done in the past. Right, maybe we head south then. See if we can find it down there in the Archon's Expand. Oh, no, I see it. It's right under the A. Why did that take me so long? So see about grabbing a couple of codex entries on the way. I also want to take a glance at Polder Vale and see if the ice is now permanently gone. Which it looks like it is. Awesome. It'd be nice to see a little more... Not It's not Metroidvania-y necessarily, but you know, it's where you get new abilities to open up areas, but... If there were more of them... Limiting exploration just a bit. Just a little bit in a couple of areas. Where we had to achieve something about... Even if I could achieve it at the time, you know? If I figured out, oh, this is how we... work with the weather towers, whose names I'm forgetting. Out of the miasma, please. Thank you. Doggos. They want to fight that dude way more than me. Give me all your stuff. Out of the ice, please. So much damage. I think absolutely when I need to do a codex run, I need to come in with as lightweight as possible to just yeet around the place. Oh, he is over in that direction. I figured by the giant thing on his head. No, get out of that. Get out of it. Let me in. Thank you. No! Bad, 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 bad. Damn archers. They're so speedy. I suppose they don't get hurt by the miasma just because they are constructs. Therefore, you know, doesn't matter. Their cheeky pot shots aside. Listen, you! Oh boy. Hang on, big fella. He's gone. He ran away. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so for this dude it was runes on it. Right, there was one on the stick, there's one on the back of the legs, one on the chest piece. Heal, fire resist, cling! Bad, bad, bad. Archers, please. Give me that stick. Missed it entirely. Archer. Sod off! I beefed it. Away, I'm busy. Okay. It's not open. What am I waiting for? Does he have to do some spell casting? I don't remember last time. I'm just holding on for now. Because last time I jumped up, it was just kind of open already. Hang on, I should have it in my codex. Maybe it has to draw out more magic then, judging by that. Yeah, because I can't just smack it. Down to your feet, then. Get the ones on the back of those knees. Big fireball. Archers come all the way back. What a scumbag. Lovely. Oh, got me some legendary material too. Very nice. Absolute scumbag. Okay, Archer needs to die. He is getting two in the way. Where'd he go? Still firing at me. Yep, well, that fireball hit him as well. That's fine. I'll take it. Wasting a lot of healing potions, though. Not high enough. It'll do. One on this arm. Nope. Nope, as if. Should have jumped. Oh, no. Sometimes you don't cling on in the way where you are climbing. Sometimes you just kind of land. He just break it himself? I mean, that works. Okay, now I need to figure out how to get the stick one go. Maybe the stick one already broke, and that's why it's not there. In which case, I am going to your brain. Don't mind me. Give it. Son of a gun. The staff got me. Oh. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. Hey, and the mighty fall. Just wish they had a few more moves, a few more things to be dangerous. If I play dumb and a few things hit me, it hurts, but I don't feel abject peril. Alright, now I just wanted that other plan, which is directly to south of me. Shouldn't worry about grabbing too many materials, because I'm going to be killing more arcs for him. As long as I have fully refreshed health potions, I think we're good. Ooh. I don't think I explored down here properly at all. Spitting residue. Vicious substance, sizzling and writhing against its surroundings. Ugh. There's the recipe. Yeah, I literally didn't walk this way. Windskull Mane. Ooh. Oh, that's to go with all the third look. I like the look of that. I'm not usually a big fan of big sod-off horns, but I like a nice metal piece. So it's this whole expanse I just need to have a brief gander around then. See if I can get some easily missed codex option. Miasma's not going to help, of course, but it's not the end of the world either. Out of all of them, it's just literally don't stand in it and very clear, whereas the other conditions can just lace the ground and then constantly make you take damage over time, which I'm not a big fan of. Cast it into the fire. Go and join your buddies. Lovely. Speaking of setting myself afire. Don't really want to go and deal with wasps. Too heavy. Too close. There you go, just right. Oh, the wall. Okay, I want to head down in this way then. A fancy plant I don't believe I've seen. Stamina. Listen, use. Shield. Thank you. What are you, fancy plant? Odd. Is it a quest-only plant? Oh, game. Sure. Big fallen fella. Yeah, figured there'd be a codex entry on this one, but alright. Keep into the corner. Can briefly go through the miasma. There's a lot of dead Archons around here. It's like they wandered away from the city and made their way here just to not go any further. It's also the edge of the veil by the looks of it. Overgrown, yet the exposed skin reminds me of the coral's texture. Yes, it does. Still something there for that. Right, telekinesis just crushes it. But of course no materials. I've got to bear that in mind. I bet there's a yellow brick on one of these trees. Bet there is. It's like a graveyard of them. Even modelled some that little bit closer. Yeah, even though I can't get to them, they're still right there. Okay, I'll head up inside of this cliff. That's pretty cool to see it from up here. You can absolutely see this working in a multiplayer setting. It's not always my cup of tea. Just jam multiplayer into things. Imagine casting these spells in combination with others and having more options so you couldn't take them all. Give me lightning magic. Bottle of sand etched into the class from Varentia with love. That name recently, didn't we? Wasn't it the name of a capital city? What else hiding this way then besides more doggos? I may have investigated around here already, but coming up over there. A flame or codex entry? Probably a flame. Nope, go away, scumbag. I hate you. Everything you stand for. Ow. Yeah, definitely been up there. Alright, let's head down around to the gate. I choose freedom. Farewell. Right, to the forge one next. I'm assuming whatever Sev's building for the eye will make itself known once this quest is done. The mystery will likely be answered. Oh, it was the flames I saw at a distance, that's fine. Okay. You at the bastion. Officer's gate, easy because they're usually just in the yard. Quick swig of his beverage. Make sure you're doing the same out there. Right. Tend to need my bow for these fellas. Just to get the kinetic ball going so I can lob me frost orbs up at him. And what was it? Yes, it's the hammer. That's the thing. Get him to vent the hammer. Break off the shoulder pad. Oh, mistimed the dodge completely. I deserved it. Broke one little bit. I need more. Come on, regen. There you go. Very nice. To great sword. Quickly does it now. Oh, am I hitting the wrong arm? No, it's just too sturdy. There's one. He's going to set himself on fire any second, isn't he? You swine, flinging me off. I was right there with it. And he's on fire. Saw a legendary drop. Son of a bitch! Just a little tiny puddle of miasma. Right there. Absolute swine. Livid. Absolutely livid. Which one do they have the most for? Somebody you... Then I guess some of this. The skate. I mean, if it was close up, sure game. Nope, you do no damage to me, sir. Oh. I mean, it's a way to do it. Okay, less sloppy, please. Less sloppy play. Just because I've beaten him once doesn't mean I can fall asleep at the wheel. No, you can all sod off, though. I have a mission. Oh, and I lost that legendary that dropped to the ground. You son of a bitch. He's gonna set himself on fire again. Let me get up and round. Okay, there it is. You don't have to be like this, you guys. I just fling them at the boss. It does no damage to either. That's unfortunate. Now it's just keeping an eye on the hammer and the triple combo that triggers it. I can probably break a few bits for some gear. I'm again just worried about potentially doing too much damage and not getting the strand. In future, that's fine. I'll be doing it without using the strand every time because we want more materials. Oh, dear. I take it back. I'm just bugger him in. Sweet Jesus. Again, can I heat it up more? That was what we were trying to investigate the first time, but I didn't really have a good spell for it. This should help. Maybe it will speed up the process? It's not like it heals him. Oh, that was a quick swing. That was a quick swing. Wide, wide! More fire on the hammer. Okay, he's doing it. Not ideal positioning, but it'll be fine. Okay, they're pretty fragile, but I can just about get two at a time. Maybe if I was using a bow, that'd be quicker. Be wiser as well. Okay, let's see if we can heat up this process. Because he takes sod all fire damage, so it should be fine in terms of not doing too much damage. Even just putting the bubble on the end starts it burning. Makes the question if it gets too hot for him in any way. At the moment, it seems like there's no notable difference. I've certainly hit it with enough fire that you'd feel like it should change. Wide. Now he gets all angry and hot. They do no damage without ice. Shockwave. Oh, quick Brent, quick Brent. There you go, there you go. We're good, we're good. Hold 1 foot down. Nope, it immediately got hot again. Thinking maybe the tusks were breakable, but I don't know. Okay, okay, no time to think. Oh, it's going to be in a jammy spot, isn't it? Yeah, like right above me. Shit, come on. Come on, Brent. Move, 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 move. bitch! That's frustrating. That's frustrating. Wrong weapon. Wrong weapon! See if we can break some bits off him at least. Try and get a few materials. There. Not the back, I need the arm. Jam it. It's gonna throw a twig at me. Do it, you swine. Do it! Take it out of your hand. Ah! Bounced off him. I mean, what do you expect with a twig? A full-size tree, but you know. Son of a gun to aim those. Okay, I can't remember which parts of his arm could break off or not, but we'll try. None when he's hot. Maybe making him cold is actually pushing him to that phase faster? So he's having to fire up more heat, go against the cold. It's just a theory. Garbage. Detonation for that still doesn't seem like it works. Broke too early. Watching a bit of ragdoll, thank you game. Through the arm! This is a bad spot for him to do the move because it is uneven. Better. There we go. Nope, it's just mine. It's mine. Give it. Surrender. You gonna punch. Gotcha, though. I love how they ragdoll against structures and stuff.
Another flame strand for your mantle.
Grab it up the bits and bobs, as few as they may be. There's only one more codex entry in this place. Somewhere. That's the problem when they get stuff like that in collectibles in games like this. It's without a game giving you a map. Even if you're to use a guide, then you're checking every goddamn area. Because you don't know which is the one you happen to have missed. And because this game builds its lore in... I mean, they are specific. So I guess I could check. It's just because they're not listed by region, you know? I could have found collapsed tunnel somewhere here, kind of thing. So I'd just be looking for names and ticking and crossing off what I have and have not got yet. It's going to be a tricky thing. Consider that when we hit the point of no return, though. Okay, next. The Wintertide one in the half and main quest. And then the main quest in the Institute. We're good to go. Where was one last time? I think it was down here. And for the icy one, as we learned yesterday, break the big ice on the shoulders first, then the wrists, and then the fists. Oh, and that was the one right at the start. So I can teleport back to that hub. Let's go and find the big fella first.
So
Nope. I'm fine, thank you. I'm looking for friend. Who I did just assume would be down here, but he might actually be on the upper bit. Is there enough room for him on the upper bit? Nope. I hear it. I can't tell if he could be above me. Like, there's a possibility it could be on the upper bit, but... That. Just fighting him. Right on your jiggly bits. Nope. I'm out of stamina. Or was going to. Not quite. Get out me way. Probably the most straightforward of them. Nope. On your leg, you can't punch me. Bad place to get stuck. Thank you for roll. Damn it. I reacted too slowly. Still got you though, bastard. Aha! Health, 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 health. Bit of frost resist now. And he breaks those ones himself. I gotta remember that. Wrong button. I mean, it was dumb. As if. Get up, Brent. Oh no, I'm so close. Come on. Mistimed it. Okay, lost the arm one, but the shoulder's back. She's technically about to break. Get this thing off! There. Think I was quick enough. Ah, oh, git. I was so close! He knows. Oh, the counter punch! That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Trying to keep him a little bit distracted by something. Oh, look at that! Made him step all funny. That kind of worked in a weird way. His foot couldn't lock back down. It made stomping difficult. Yeah, that worked marvelously. Gonna have to try that more. Now, give me your other stuff as well. Just the one? I have one legendary bit. I'll take it. Alright, where was the gate? North. And I'm pretty sure the device I need to put the main quest item in is that little loom thing right at the front. I have to deal with them or I'm not going to be able to use the fast travel thing. Be gone, sneak thief. Stand on the ice. I'll get burned. It doesn't matter to me. No, I heard something. It's the worry. The number of times it's been a codex and I thought, it's just a chest, I'm fine. Luminous. Surely, pressing it a second time isn't going to, you know, screw us again entirely. I mean, that was a lot less.
Well, that did something.
Yeah, exactly.
I should go check with the Axel that it worked. Hope I'm not interrupting anything with her and the spindle.
Oh, Bryn, you scoundrel. Right. Let's do the one for Sev now. Maybe it will illuminate what we're looking for. Get some Drake scales on the way, why not? Where in here did we need to go? Just in the Institute. So it could be bloody anywhere. Stop here because I think the dragon's more likely to be in those bigger areas. Oh, good. Immediately. Good catch.
Tarzan mercantile markings on this crate. Sev's from Tarzan.
Well, that worked very well. Drake, pardon?
Some kind of liquid flow control valves.
Hello! He just kind of wandered along. Here I am trying to lock the whole thing down. Because I need your wings. You got up way too quick, friend. Oh, kind of jammied it. Sometimes just yeet, I suppose. I can do it at such a distance now. Oh, I didn't like that, did you? Pull its wing off the ice straight away, though. I did not get any healing potions. I've made a mistake. Doggo, don't you get involved. Just biting me from under there, you little shit. I need to find a healing potion. As if that dog came in to wreck my shit. I'm gonna hit balls of fire. Nope, it's gonna be another one of those where suddenly when I need a healing potion there are none to be found. Ooh. Fantastic. Aim at point blank. Hit yourself instead. That was a healing potion bag that contains no healing potions. Sometimes, game, you upset me. It's not fair. Bit of a wee bother. Bit of a wee bother. Too early again. Out of fire resist. He's not sodden off, he's about to do a drive-by. You won. Not good enough. Please. There'll be more around. There will be. Hey, look, a codex entry I missed. Fancy that. How did I miss it? Oh no, because it's the main quest one. Never mind. For a moment, I was very upset. Two. Good, 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 good. That should do me.
The seal on this paperwork looks exactly like the water.
Oh, and another.
Seb and the eye both were
Coming back, dragon. Don't you worry.
definitely the right place.
Oh, I didn't seal its face enough. Okay, there goes one wing. Such motion sickness, such vertigo. I even imagine. Sometimes they just yeet it off so easily. Dodge. Too late on the dodge again. There's the other leg. There's the tail. You try and break some horns. Swing and a miss. One horn. No, don't mind me. Just in that little bit of your shoulder blade would be very annoying. Oh, big horn by accident. That's okay. What? Okay, I want to try and break the neck. Can he see? Strong neck. There we go. And it is just going to go down, but... sometimes. Finishing my... Thank you. Delicious. Give me all your bits. Every single one. Many legendaries. Beautiful. That one was hidden under there. How funny would it be if I could telekinesis the bodies and use them as weapons, but might be a little strong. There you are. Good back dodge. Well done. It's alright. Well played, souls. That can happen.
A recipe for sealant, waterproof joints for piping and such.
Alright. Go back to compile it all. See what we make of Dev's efforts. Hopefully not too damaging. Got a lot done in a very short space of time. As if you're just focusing on the arcs and not getting lost most of the time. That helps out. Alright, with a chunk more to hand in, our magic abilities to upgrade. I'm just going to take myself a quick bio break, and we'll come back and see where these quests have all led us. Let me just typically type into the chat. Tippity, tippity, tip, tip. Little spell. Alright, folks. Stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. See you soon.
The Hearthsiders are not what I expected. Or hoped, for that matter.
They've been through so much.
And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Just get my headset on and get these quests handed in. Learn some new magic. Upgraded magic, I suppose. We've got a few strands for you, Dan. Still need one more of the winter tide. Feels less like a combat ability and more like I need to be using it in my environment. For the flame, we've got minions and we've got bomb. Servant's the most interesting because his looks changed each time. Again, not to belabor the point, I just wish there was a clear indication of what each upgrade was doing to each type of magic. Range increase, like cooldown reduction. Well, they're not really cooldowns, but you know what I mean. One more left. Lane. Ooh, I got one for the Archons. Probably because I've got each of them down a few times. Ooh. Typically considered the greatest of the Enclave's innovations, the Archons are tireless constructs built through unknown means by master enchanters. So secret was the means of their creation that anyone involved in their manufacture was essentially removed from public life. And yet, despite the cost, any Enclave enchanter would have taken the opportunity without question. Archons range from the size of an adult Asar to towering creations able to stand level with a tall building. From records by visitors to the Enclave, each Archon seemed to be able to move and work autonomously, though they were known to primarily act upon orders given by enchanters trained to manipulate them. It seems that this art was significantly less secret than the matters of their construction. I imagine control would be. Archons also seem to require no external power, suggesting that the magic that powers their function is gathered from the very air, reminiscent of how Weaver's cloaks do the same. However, we still do not understand the mechanics behind this functionality. They do not wear mantles, as far as we can see at least, but one informed guess is that the Enclave's magical mineral known as coral, there it is again, is a vital component of their musculature, allowing the unhindered transfers of magic within their bodies. And to be fair, when we damage them, it goes to that grayscale we've seen on the statues of, well, not statues, on the corpses, I suppose, for lack of a better term, of them all over the place. Does that just mean they get damaged, or is there some way for that to run out? Ostensibly, the Archons were all built for the construction and maintenance of the Enclave. While we can confirm that they certainly perform those tasks, our Weaver Band's first-hand experiences with them have confirmed that in combat situations they can be deadly opponents. The likes of scything blades, blasts of kinetic magic, and devastating gouts of flame are at their disposal. Which one had a scything blade? Oh no. The last one maybe, we haven't seen? Whether these aggressive behaviours are simply a degradation of their enchantment or a deliberately crafted set of alternate behaviours remains a topic of hot debate among our band. Any who could provide insight on the matter are presumably long dead. Wouldn't surprise me. Now, the Norian Order. The Norian Order is a secret organisation with representatives allegedly embedded in positions of power at all levels of society across the Maida. They have very deliberately kept themselves out of sight and out of mind to great effect. With that in mind, while reading this dossier, it is important to note that much of our body of findings exists through inference due to a conspicuous lack of primary sources. The Order's origin seems to be in the High Kingdom of Taza. Well, that makes sense why Sev would know then, but why the Eye? As a sort of trade union for engineers, their expertise in the movement and storage of precious water brought them into a position of great favour and power with the monarchy, upon which they were allegedly absorbed into the kingdom's civil apparatus and dissolved. This is the last time they appear in the historical record, though from then on they are conspicuous, at least for a lawkeeper, gaps which form a pattern suggesting that the Order continued to both exist and thrive. Indeed, from our investigations inside the Enclave, it's clear that the Norian Order has been active for well over a century. They're responsible for much of the engineering behind the underground network known as the Tapestry, and had privileged access to many of the most sensitive of the Enclave's research projects. Such endeavours must have taken decades. Returning to the circumstances of the Order's formation, many organisations of professionals exist across the Maida to share and preserve trade secrets, and often to moderate prices of services and such. This lawkeeper's own father was politically adjacent to several Undine trade unions that quietly regulated prices so as not to disrupt trade. Even more quietly, eliminated competitors who refused to play nicely with their rules. Given that the Norians must still hold considerable sway in Tarza, it is not a leap to imagine that the Order's influence casts a shadow here in the Enclave too. After all, when you control the flow of something as vital as water, you control life itself. This is pure superstition, but perhaps this ambition to exert control to the Order's name. A Norian is a type of water wheel. It uses the flow of a river to turn the wheel, while buckets lift water from that same river to the top of its arc, where it empties into another, higher channel. Thus we have a metaphor in which water lifts itself through its own power. Rather apt. To what end, though, is the question.
So, Norians, I've been digging. The Tarzan trading company that shipped the crates you found was the lead I needed. The Norians were experts in water storage and conveyance, and active before the surge, but disappeared shortly thereafter. Or rather, they wanted to disappear and subsumed their identities into a series of careful fronts, cover names, and the like. Thankfully, the trade record you found led to a whole web of associations, many of whom have had dealings with my family.
What did you find out about the Norians before?
Big law dumping coming.
They seemed a somewhat innocuous guild of specialists, traded under different names even then, making them a bit hard to track. But as far as I could tell, they mostly dealt in water.
Dealt, meaning what in this context?
Aqueducts, reservoirs, wells, you name it. If it stored, gathered, extracted, or moved water, they were involved.
That explains the complicated valve I found underground.
Absolutely. They had specialized knowledge, which I assume is why the Enclave contracted them. Gas, such as raw magic, is a fluid after all.
How is the Norian Order related to Tarza?
As I'm sure you know, Tarza is an amalgam of numerous desert kingdoms. Before the surge, Tarza had grown reliant on the same weather control enchantments that were used in Judea. After the surge, both nations suffered greatly. Tarza in particular was struck with savage droughts.
Meaning folks, like the Norians, who specialize in water, had essential skills and knowledge.
I expect they were critical in keeping Tarza's many cities alive at all, a position that would afford them considerable influence.
Do you have any idea why they decided to hide?
Purely conjecture, but let's look at the evidence. We know from Sev's ring that the Norians are still around today.
It could be a trinket, or hand-me-down. But you're right that his behavior with the eye suggests they're associated.
Maybe the eye pulls rank in some way?
Exactly. Now consider the Order's secretive nature. Combined, I would speculate that the Norians used the surge as leverage to become a power behind the thrones.
Maybe the eye wants to keep things kind of disheveled in the Enclave, so the Norians keep their power everywhere else?
Take a nation that used magic to keep the water flowing.
Oh gods, imagine if they caused the disaster.
And drought. What kind of deals might a group of desperate rulers be willing to make, do you think?
That's the darker side of it, if they sabotaged things here to gain said influence.
Monarchs wouldn't want anything that undercuts their authority or power to slip out to the populace.
As I said, pure conjecture, but if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck...
It's likely a duck.
How did you get logs of your own family's accounts, anyway?
I stole them.
Really?
Oh yes, detailed transactions from private ledgers. No one quite sure if you made copies or where they're hidden if you did. Better than bodyguards when it comes to ensuring one's safety. I did not leave my family under the best auspicious.
It was like a good way for someone without foresight there to just bring you great bodily harm, but there we are.
Knowing what we know now, what do we do about Sev?
I believe we can say for sure that he and the Eye are somehow related through this Norian organization. From Sev's visits to the Hold, I imagine they're working together on something, but I'm not sure exactly what else to do with that information.
I gave Sev some help collecting materials. He's definitely working on some kind of project. He asked me to trust him. Maybe it's time to ask for that favor in return.
A good idea. Speak to Sola first, though. I've updated her, and she might have some ideas on how best to confront him.
A plate of his favourite treat.
Thanks for your help, Lane.
It's no trouble at all. This is what I do, and...
And is it
I
cake?
enjoy it.
Can I get some? Yes, we'll ask Solar very carefully. Magic reject. Oh, I love the thing coming out of the back. Big old mane. I kind of want it as my main piece. Slightly less armor, but I love a good old mane. I've liked the other one for the wavy feathers on the back of the head, but I love a mane. Let me reforge my other helmet. Want to do it. Getting into the end game. Bit of fashion.
Most people couldn't even stand straight wearing one of those. You, however...
Okay, can't use any legendary for it. I don't have many legendary tan stuff. Both better on defense. I go with the red to match it with what I've currently got. I do like the blue though, but I think we go for the match. Cold resistance is better though. That I just know. Ooh. Now it kind of matches. Oh, and that's the big mane. Got to do that right. Just swaps the two around. We go truly hodgepodge though. At least the red keeps it somewhat uniform.
Fit for a point.
Bit of magic regen. I'm still wanting the Tamakind plate piece to kind of win me over. I'm hoping it will. Of course I can't upgrade it because of the Ice Claw thing. It's okay.
Sev. What are we going to do with you?
You know him better than me. Can we trust him?
I hope so. But it's pretty obvious Sev is being pressured by the Eye due to their Norian connection. And I do not trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what did you learn from helping Sev?
He's either constructing or repairing something that requires exotic materials.
As I said, it reminded me of how he fixed the gate in the Hollow. I would wager the Eye heard about our exploits.
Could be.
He's a clever one, our Ram. There's really only one thing for it.
That's good.
Direct confrontation.
We're going to let him know we care. Then we're going to let him sit with it. Wait for me in the hole. We'll talk to him there. Away from the others. So he doesn't feel like we're ganging up on him.
Yeah, but the eye's there. That feels crazy, Solar. That feels crazy. Oh, yeah, look at that big mane. I'm not as big a fan of the horns. I'd actually prefer the helmet without them, but I know a lot of people like the horns. But look at that from the back. That's great. And it comes together with the little kind of skirt we got going on. Big fan of that. Big fan. Right, to the hold. Does then put my weight under 100, which is probably a decent milestone. One would assume. Spindle, how are you and Axel getting on? Gotta spill the beans.
You know, our
Our lawkeeper
fair.
would love to meet with some of the populace. They could record some oral histories. There must be thousands of stories of surviving the surge.
I'm sure your band is curious about our Hearthsiders, but that's out of the question.
Can I ask why?
Eyes orders. Your Weaver band is to be kept isolated from the populace.
Why?
He believes that your presence would be disruptive to everyday life. I don't agree entirely, but you must understand this is a precarious situation. Even the scouts are isolated. Word from outside Cassidans has caused panic in the past.
Shame. But I understand.
Just gonna poke the eye real quick.
You are the last person I wish to speak to right now.
But you had a talk bubble.
What did I ever do to you?
My own flesh and blood isn't speaking to me because of you.
No, that's because of you.
She's not speaking to you because you lied to her.
It was for her protection. Information is power, and I will protect her at all costs. Even from you, if I have to.
And what is that supposed to mean?
It means you will soon learn that we can handle our affairs well enough without your help.
Not the figure building that required my help. Piece of garbage. What else you gotta say?
I hear you've been accessing our supply caches in the underworks.
Not exactly. I've just been clearing the way for the scouts, as per the Axel's request. She says you've been short on supplies for quite some time.
Then there's no problem at all. Assuming you're telling the truth, that is.
I mean, I take stuff from the big monsters and some of the boxes, but you know.
Reason to lie. My band's work with the Axel benefits all of us. She gives us knowledge, and we help out everywhere we can. Win-win.
In time, your true intentions will reveal themselves. And first impressions have not served you well.
Guy is absolutely projecting. Unless this is a giant red herring, it's really not going to surprise me if you're some kind of, not end boss. He's not going to go and mecha one of the arcs, but you know.
So the curves of the metal suggest...
I definitely think an enchanter had a hand in this, as well as someone with intimate knowledge of the loom gates.
Those two people could possibly be one person even. Though I can't fathom who it would be.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see?
It's a conundrum for the ages.
Ah, I'm not here.
Sure. Bryn,
Oh, there we go.
you're back.
You've done amazing work with the resonance modulator. I'm certain this will be a turning point for us.
Thanks. But how do you know it worked?
The loom gate started glowing a strange color before you arrived. I took it as a hint that you'd succeeded.
Well, it just glowed a bit on my end. It wasn't catastrophic like the first time, but huzzah.
For surprise.
I'm sure the Surgeborn will be plenty surprised when they next try to use the loom gates.
As long as they don't explode, we'll be fine.
Say we're thrilled, Bryn. In a short time, you've done a lot to help us. We were, obviously, a little hesitant to trust newcomers.
Our first impression wasn't the best.
But now, we're in a much better situation when it comes to survival.
All thanks to me.
Happy to have helped. Without you two trusting me, I couldn't have achieved half as much. So, thank you for letting me in. I'm glad to have gotten to know both of you.
The dialogue leads me to believe things are starting to wrap up. It's
My pleasure, Bryn.
somewhat worrying.
Likewise.
So, let's recap for a moment. 1. We've stopped Surgeborn from navigating the Loomgate network by using the resonance modulator.
Still unclear if that does like a gameplay change of they no longer appear in other areas or if they're just out and in there now. We won't know until we investigate again.
We've made huge leaps forward in regaining control over the Arcs. 3. We've armed and supplied the scouts.
It certainly doesn't cast our last decade of work in a forgiving light, does it?
It's okay, I'm the protagonist.
Listen, you've been surviving this crisis for a long time the only way you knew how. But now you have a path to move forward. Your people can choose to follow it or dwell on past mistakes. Are we ready to face this threat head on together?
Damn, Bryn.
Yes. You're right. Of course you are. we're at the point, resource-wise, where we can start making moves.
I don't really want to speak to my father right now. But I agree that it's time we put pressure on him to do something. Anything. Regardless of what he does. You've earned our support, Bryn. But first, I'd actually like to steal Hirun for a while, if you don't mind. I have some notes to go over with her.
By all means. Have fun.
Bryn, every time, just knows. Clocks it straight away. How did you both get... one of them's a bird.
Suppose I'll just get right to it. Why do you treat me differently?
Oh my goodness. We're getting, like, a side view.
What do you mean?
I'm not even privy to this conversation.
Everyone else gets the stern you. The you who's in charge. The Axel.
Let's pray for a confession.
But I get the friendly face, the compliance, this you who I don't understand. Is it because of my dad?
We gave you a hint, Spindle.
Because everyone answers to him?
They seem to respond, like...
Are you trying to get close to him through me?
Maybe this is anxiety and doubt, just bubbling up and trying to sabotage things.
I can't handle it, Hirun. I need to know that I'm not just being manipulated by everyone around me.
It's not because of that.
Then... what is it?
Oh, come on. Go for it.
I spend time around you because I want to see you, to speak with you, to work alongside you, to see the look in your eyes when you solve a problem.
Oh, we're getting all soppy.
Guys, I shouldn't... None of this is... If we could find somewhere else, beyond the gaze of the hold...
Hirun. Stop. Take my hand. And we'll go. I have a place in mind.
Oh, breathless and excited.
I didn't see it before, but I think I would like to tell you of the ways in which you are important to me, too.
No. Hey, we don't have to follow them further. Lovely stuff. Oh, now my upgrades are available. But... nah, I'm not going to run back. Alright, Sev, you going to betray us? What's going on?
Hello, Sebastian.
Solar. Bryn. Hello?
Hey. Listen, we just have something to say. Shh. You're good. Just listen for a second, okay? We know the Eye has you working on some project. We know you two have some kind of connection, and we want you to know it's okay.
No jokes. Torn between 1 and 3. We do know he wants to leave, but I think the first one covers that as well.
Solar's right, big guy. And if you need help, or if something's happening you're not comfortable with, you tell us, okay? We came in here as a team, and nothing's going to change that.
Exactly. Anytime you need to talk, apprentice of mine, you know where we are. And we'll listen.
I don't know what to say.
You'll know when it's time. We'll see you at camp, okay?
Yes. Thank you.
Respect Solar for not just pushing it immediately. We'll see if it pays dividends. Not to say, you piece of shit.
Man have a moment of peace between fires.
Oh, suddenly I walk past him and he wants to talk.
We will discuss it later.
I like that they're pressing him. Go on then, scumbag, what you got to say?
Congratulations on successfully recalibrating the loom gates. It's an impressive achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Considering your thimble broke the harness and
There it is.
prevented us from resetting the loom gate connections, helping with this initiative was the least you could do for us.
Every positive compliment is underlined. Such a really shitty, behind-the-back kind of way.
It's amazing what happens when we pool our resources.
We're just handling it, though.
I would impose sanctions on the Axel for inviting an outsider to access the harness. A rather grave breach of protocol, if I'm being honest.
Just throwing threats out there.
But thankfully for her, this aligns with our upcoming security efforts.
And what efforts would those be?
Confidential, I'm afraid.
That smug delivery from the voice actor as well. That's delightful. Never heard someone say the word confidential in a way that sounded like they were really, really happy and eating something at the same time. Hey, Spindle, how you doing?
Bryn? You were right about the requisitions.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously.
Aw.
Things between my father and I are
Less pleasant.
maybe not improving, but shifting. He apologized for not taking my work seriously, and it seemed genuine this time.
Did he apologize for all the lying?
He's trying to make amends for that, in his own way. He's even brought me onto an enchanting project he's been working on.
Security thing again? Someone said Sev's thing was about a loom gate. But if it's security, it needs enchantment. And it has to do with them. Is he just trying to block us and others from using them? It's the only thing I can think of right now.
Part of me wants the relationship we used to have back. A bigger part of me knows it's gone for good.
You're probably right that you can't go back. But if he loves you enough to atone, maybe there's a path for the two of you.
I know I need to keep my guard up for now. But truthfully, I want that more than anything.
Right, let's head back to base camp. I've got a lot of supplies to gather in. Hang on, is there a winter one somewhere? There is. You know what? We take the detour, we take out one more winter one, and then I'll have every cloak upgrade. It is a drought, so that actually might help melt its armor way quicker. Helped for the forge one when it was frosty. These wasp nests everywhere. Disgusting. I've only seen the big ones like along this path here, so I'm just going to assume he's in this direction. Yep, they're the footsteps. Hello! Sauntering about. And it with fire, put the black hole to suck up all the fireballs. Lay him on the other shoulder. Breaks the fist. Kinda missed. The ground, please. Does not work on him for long. Hup. Little fiddly. Bling. Nope, mistimed it. Son of a gun. Pull those bits off you. That helps. Okay, that's two. Ah, damn it. Legs next. They're very frustrated. No, no! I thought I was wrapped round enough. Okay. Cold resist potion. Time to drop. Now we cling. I'm really digging the main from this helmet. It's fantastic. Not again! I was mid-swing, you scumbag. Ow! Oh, healed in mid-air. Otherwise that frost thing would have done me in. I need to distract him by aiming stuff elsewhere. Yeah, have some fire up there. That's it. Nah, heal. Don't take the risk. Just need to get every bit of ice off him. And grab the bit by the arm. Don't hug that, Bryn, please. I just saw it frozen and felt like I'm going to take that horn. No! Okay. Aim at that one. Get some on this one. Which fist are you doing? Which one, big fella? Make your mind up. I need to jump to the other. Naga, he's very upset about the fire. Claw, swing, bada bada, swing! Ooh, fire plant. Yoink! Kind of buggered that aim, but that hand. Okay. He hit me mid-swing! Yeah, you just break it, which helps. Keep him locked to the ground a little bit. Nope. Nope, Ice Wall went everywhere and was useless. One day I will learn how this ability works properly. Not enough magic. Even that little bit of magic regen on the helmet is helping quite a lot. Regrow these, please. Just need to be faster. Okay. Oh, just by clung! Son of a bitch! Completely unintended, but it's fine. This hand, please. Damn it. Sometimes I'm hitting the cling as I land on it and it doesn't grapple on. There. I had the wrong weapon out. Oh, he did both hands, though. That's useful. Heal. Didn't mean to go there. Excuse me, mind your armpit. 1 second, I'll be right with you. No, I'm underneath, you can't get me. There it is. Give me that delicious magic. No. Rat. Nope. Close. Nope, nope. Swing round. Yep. It's mine. This will be the last time I ever have to do this as well. Nope, there's one more big enemy that we haven't discovered yet. Angry Bryn face. Just facing the camera. Urgh! Lovely. Scrabble our materials. Very nice. Again, if you break enough parts off them and kill them just through their health bar, you get like 6 or 7 or 8 of the legendary materials. I don't see any reason other than if you wanted to get the fight done quickly why you'd ever then strand. It's alright, Bryn. We're okay. We don't have to go far. You'll be fine. Definitely have to bear in mind the weight and getting some really light armor for exploring for codex stuff later, though. Goodbye. That hint there talking about using ice wall to build bridges. Never worked well for me. Then again, I'm just not very good with it. Group meeting?
What's going on?
Arik, why don't you fill her in?
Our plan worked. The Eye is mobilizing the scouts for a large-scale attack on the Surgeborn.
I take it the Axle and the Spindle put him up to this?
Yes. Not that Khan Stanild is admitting that. He claims that with the supply shortage taken care of and the Ark restoration underway, now is the time to strike.
He's just taking credit for our work.
Bryn is receiving due credit for all her work, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah.
So what's his plan?
The scouts will stage a distraction in the underworks, while the Eye and the Spindle do something to the Grand Gate. That's all I know. The Eye wants everyone to convene at Cassidon's Hold for a speech to learn more.
Okay.
He wants us there.
Khan Stanild loves an audience. Doesn't matter who's in it.
I thought you'd be happier about all this.
I have reservations about the Eye launching a plan using my scouts without consulting me.
The reality is, the leader of the Enclave has the power and influence we need to take a stand against the Surgeborn, regardless of how likable the man holding the title may be.
Power and influence, sure, but not the expertise.
I'm with Arkham on this one.
My gut is telling me the Eye can't be trusted. People like him don't change overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's right. We should proceed with caution.
It can't hurt to hear his big speech before jumping to conclusions.
Go there and get jailed.
I'm here to
Absolutely.
escort you. Talk to me when you're ready.
Okay, well, it's not the point of no return yet, because that's a quest on Aurea, so... Camp first. How much do I need? Well, 5 on each. 175, 175, so that's about 350. Another 100, 450. Okay. What can we do? I've crafted most. I think I'm alright salvaging the lower stuff at the moment. Because it doesn't add up to much. I think we can do greens as well. Yeah, because look, my blues are already in pretty high levels of stuff gathered, so... Which ones are higher though? Or I've probably got a little bit more of. Carved. Said 450, didn't I? Tent for Cassim first. She needs more shelves, though. Girlfriend needs more shelves. I do wonder if that romance thing, because there was like flirting with other party members, I wonder if that could have expanded to different characters. Oh, max level. I now have 30 slots in my pack and can pull up tent to safety. Lovely. More upgrades, though I don't have the spare resources to do any decent upgrades, I don't think. I might have enough for a sword upgrade. Maybe. Huh? It's a fancy statue. Good use of resources. And then Bryn can carry 5 healing potions. I'd like a few more of the resistance ones too, but I'll take it. Len's all set up. They've got a giant tent now and way more stations. Be very happy. All those scrolls are going to blow away in one big wind, though. Oh, and my tent got upgraded. Isn't that nice? I can still only really sleep at it, but... Oh, and it does Aureas as well. I like that. It's kind of a combo for us both there. Beautiful. Well, that's everything then. Didn't see an achievement pop up, so I wonder if there's another element to camp I haven't noticed yet. Maybe I just need to pet Arthur some more. There you go. I know you're so good. Nope, not pets from on top. Nope, fine. It works. It still works. I'm gonna have a quick peek at my tent. Oh yes, come along. Nicely. I've got my own little area outside now. Oh. What? Warrior's battle cry. Memories of playful times to comfort and inspire. That gonna... Did I draw the bird one? In reference to who? wasn't a kid when I joined this band. You see how it's got carved resources and all listed out here? I wish it did that when in some of the other screens as well. Just a little more info, but got plenty of stuff. It wasn't even glowing though, so codex entries can just appear like that, I suppose. I should double check everyone areas just in case. Right, Ori. Got some more storage. Don't mind me. No bed in here. Where are you sleeping? Don't see a sleeping bag anywhere. Can't imagine you're flying up into a tree with one buggered arm. Do Arkham last. Damn. Fully leveled frost. So I just have the one more to find now. Which I would assume... Well, it's definitely this kinetic one, but... I assume in the next area we will find whatever arc holds that, and then we'll just have to kill it a few times. I'm missing iron leather. Damn, it's because every material on this one is legendary. Crap, where was iron leather? I can upgrade the heavy up a bit.
I've always wanted to build something like this.
More serenite. Do the arm.
Strikes a good balance.
Bit more of the arm. Beautiful. Leg bits. That could be recrafted into better material, but I think we're okay for now. Well, it requires so many. Or armor, it's going to change the colours again. Except one armor down, but a tiny bit more resist. Not worth it. Not at the moment. 1 point of armor. Sure. Now my gear's truly looking hodgepodge. Helmet's kind of the only thing matching with chest piece, but it's fine.
How are you feeling about our talk with Sev?
Surprisingly good. If there's one thing I know, it's when people are really listening. And that young man knows how to listen. He'll do what's right.
That is our first inclination to the age bracket he's in. Again, they hit full adulthood, the beast folks here, the Ram, when they're like 14 years old and they only live till about 60. So, in human years, he's like a teenager, I assume, or early 20s. Younger than his disposition would indicate. So overly fancy solo. Did we need this? Isn't it just fashioned after Aurea? Oh, it's kind of like paint on it. I take it back. It's fantastic. Lane, what storytelling do we have? Memories of home. Noting some framed drawings on display in our points tent, I was moved to ask about them. Sprin shared with me the story of a brave little girl from her hometown who struggled with illness. Bryn preferred to focus on happier memories, though, of how the girl would listen enraptured at stories of Bryn's adventures on the steppe, and how the two of them would sit in the firelight spinning tales of a warrior princess who spent her days battling colossi tall enough to blot out the sun. And of course, how our young hero would draw Bryn's pictures, ones I spotted on display, to take her on adventures and keep her safe. In recognition of her inarguable success in protecting our point, and after a brief discussion with the rest of the weavers present, we decided to record her as an honorary member of our band. For your inspiring bravery, we thank thee, Dorothy of Clanhaven, our warrior princess, and the best of us all. Also, timeline-wise... Oh, because Bryn still was at home with her old weaver band on the road a little bit? Or just home as in Calnhaven itself entirely? Something like that. Very cute, nonetheless. We'll natter before we hit the big point.
It sounds like your experiment with the loom gates went well.
With the axle and the spindle? Yeah, it turned out better than we could have hoped.
That's good news.
Are you worried about something?
Worried? No. Holding the infinite weave of possibilities in my mind. Yes.
It's the same thing, Len.
Do you think the resonance modulator could be used to keep certain kinds of people out of the Loomgate network too?
Yes, that was exactly my concern.
I'm really not sure. What makes you think about that?
I believe that the Eye would lock us out if he could.
Exactly.
He has a great tactical mind, after all, even if we haven't exactly seen it in action yet.
The mutter on that.
And he's made it clear that we're not exactly welcome guests, so it's not a huge leap, is it? Plus, we've handed these designs over to his daughter, of all people.
I mean...
You haven't had a chance to talk to Isla yet. She definitely wouldn't let that happen.
Not intentionally.
At the very least, she'd give us a heads up. Why don't you talk to her sometime? I think you'd get along.
They would.
I suppose I should, yes. After my next round of experiments, perhaps. Speaking of, I should really get back to it. I'm glad to hear that all is not doomed, too. Thanks.
Not a problem.
Hang on, I got another quest for you.
Ever since we learned of the Verdant Mines, I haven't been able to stop thinking about them. They were clearly well-resourced in regards to both labor power and knowledge. And they had an extremely intimate knowledge of the Enclave's technology. But do you know who was around to see their rise and fall, but hasn't spoken a word about it?
Probably the Eye.
President's holds biggest ass?
Hey, nailed it.
The very same. I just think it's interesting how he's kept quiet about it. Don't you?
I don't expect much from him.
I don't know if he was involved with the events surrounding the Verdant Mines' attempt to take down the Veil, but he certainly bore witness.
So what are you thinking?
I'd like to send you out on a fact-finding mission for now. Meanwhile, I'll pore over my existing research for clues.
Gotcha. I'll be back when I found everything you're after.
Thanks, Bryn. I'll get to work here, too.
Yes, dig deep into the mystery. Find this fella's Achilles heel. Is it listed as main? It is listed as main, so I can't miss it. No, it is a lawkeeper one. Is there a chance this game's going to have me, if I don't do this in order, I will miss it? I don't think so. Just in case, I think what we do is I actually log a save game here. Just in case. I can't see it doing that, but might surprise me. What's on your mind first? Maybe he'll tell me.
How's my favourite point doing?
Really well, like always. Thought I'd see how you were holding up.
Your band's doing good work, but the whole hold is buzzing. Lots going on, but it's managed. Forces me to be up all day more often than I should. I should talk to Dharm about that, actually.
Dharm uses some kind of sleep aid. Lane could help you with that.
I suppose if you're kind of naturally nocturnal, that'd become a pain in the ass.
Oh, are they the secret weapon? I wondered how Dharm does it. I can stay up past noon regularly, but I wear down if I do it too much.
To be fair, I think that's just Dharm. Fueled by his love of enchantment and solar in equal measure.
Don't say that, Britton. They're on the rocks right now. They haven't reconciled at all. I'm worried for them. I'm not going to push in this direction. I mean, it's still friendship. It's still friendly. Can't imagine a game this light-hearted most of the time would have me cheating on one partner with another, but I will emphasize instead. You never know.
But that will weigh you down if you're not careful. You must have a day watch head who fills in when you sleep.
Yes, but I can't resist getting involved when it's important.
Huh? That's just discipline on your part.
I'll talk to Lane. Maybe they have some extra tricks up their sleeve. You've stirred up quite a bit of trouble.
Oh?
I've just read the brief from the last council meeting. The Eye is facing united opposition.
What's that?
Everyone's calling for him to make a move against the Surgeborn. Keep your weapons close, Bryn.
That's worrisome. How you just end it off there?
I heard you and Solar confronted Sev in the hold. I know you thought he was doing something, maybe for or with the Eye. I won't pry, but did it go okay?
Sola did most of the talking, handled it well. And then she used his full name to make her point.
Oh, poor guy. Well, whatever.
Very silly. Very silly indeed.
Excited.
True, but silly.
He's been moving supplies to the Grand Gate, and Sev's been seen down there too. It's a loom gate large enough for the Great Arcs.
Aye, we've seen it.
Still not sure why.
I think.
He's seconded some enchanters and crafters and sworn them to secrecy. They basically live in a camp down there.
Might be trying to repair it. Sev has a knack for understanding how to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, but why? It bothers me. No one seems to know except the Eye.
Could send them out to nations to become a bigger problem if he is indeed behind all the sabotage and keeping war-torn stuff going, but I feel like rather than magic just exploding, that would literally turn everyone inwards, but the veil's still up. Questions, questions. Let's go see. Maybe we'll get our answer. Oh. After confirming that you're ready with Arkham, a series of events will play out. Be sure you're well prepared. Hold on then. So, when a story-based game puts up something like that, it sends up a number of red flags that are like, finish every side quest you can currently get a hold of. So I'm going to do just that. I need info in Dredger's Mire and Lower Denevron. That won't take me long. It was lower, wasn't it? Yeah, lower in the Mire. And the Mire is currently a flash freeze with a sledge worm. And the other one's the Arc of Winter, which we just so happen to need. Should be fine with this gear. It's got a little more cold resist. I will kill the sledge worm anyway. I will not let this opportunity pass me by. Always going to need more material. Okay, the spot specifically... Archon's Expanse. Sapper's Lake is right beneath me, and Archon's Expanse is then to the east. Follow the fireflies, and again we thank former chat member Chris for reminding me that was a thing. There's ice bloody everywhere, as to be expected. Oh, hang on, I've got just the thing. Not that one! Need full magic, and there we go. Oh, it didn't work on this stuff. Yeah, I still take damage. Move.
I'll need to get these back to Lane.
It's fine for the cold, though. I missed what it was saying because I was panicking. Speech is delivered and then something. There, doggos. Very satisfying big hit to snap it all off. Nope. Of course, there's a scumbag flame archer up here. Nope, you can stay frosty, friend. There you go. I'm hearing a slight footstep from a big fella. Everybody hug. Followed by fire! Good miss. Not melt away their armor, or it just becomes troublesome to fight them. Tanky swine. There goes one. There goes his pants. Worth it. Beautiful. Use me doggo and frost doggo. I've stuff to be getting on with. Can't be doing this to me. Watch my health. Don't be silly with it. That was a thump. Hopefully our worm is nearby. I remember in like the first or second stream when I first fought one of those and it completely did me in. It's so long. So far rather. Speech delivered by one Kenrick Stanhide. Brimstone mandatory.
40 years ago, but I could still imagine him saying all of these things today.
Generally, it might be really important to get this side quest to give us like dialogue options for stuff going forward. Like the dialogue system certainly has that capability. No, little invisible lizard. You stay there frozen where you can't be invisible. Right, now we just need to find the big fella and then head to the next zone. I think we found him. Ow! Yep. Oh god, it has gravity magic. It's fine. Works against it though if I can just get fire on top of you. Oh, mistimed it. So much damage. Again, I'm not quite sure how the scaling works. If it did that much damage the first time we fought it, it would have more than one-shot me. There's too much ice about. Maybe I can actually freeze all of the limbs for once. If it doesn't bite my head off first. I don't know if I got it. Pretty sure there was an achievement for it. See, look, I keep shooting ice wall back into my own face. That's a word. Let's just get it all on him then. Make it uncomfortable. Hey, got the timing right. Want to knock off its feathers because that makes it more difficult for it to use its telekinesis. We're gonna miss. You're very upset about it. Wrong side and like what? Honestly. Blink. Took me off anyway. How is this chunky leg managing to evade my swing every time? Listen, you. There we go. Job done. Retreat. with that little glance up. I think I must have burnt all the feathers off anyway. Cancelled the animation. Very nice. Do it again. Yep. Right, then grab. Okay, the thing is active and available, but I don't want it. Going to beat your ass. Feel a little frosty. Let me snap that jaw. Does not take much damage from my bow. Running away, are we? Tail does. I've never seen one run away like this. Where are you going? Did you just go to eat somebody? What happened? You didn't heal. Someone who annoyed you earlier? A big old fuck you to another enemy? Ow. Is it a rare resource I needed? What happened there? Well, whatever strange vendetta it was. Right on your chin. That bomb will go off. Aw, it did. All your stuff, please. Hey, raining gold. Nom 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 nom. And it happened to be the lever I needed. I didn't even know it came. I thought it came from something more fiery. In hell, I'll take it. It's just what I needed. I'm glad I came here. Alright. Nearest arc gate. Up that way. To the next one. Gingerly keep an eye out just in case there are any codex entries I can spot en route. No, little doggos, you can't stop me. Right, wrong course. It's never not going to be enjoyable, and now I know it's affected by weight, it makes it even more interesting. Even if it sends you absolutely bloody miles. That codex there seems clear. Alright, loading everyone. Where there happened to be a winter arc we need. Sometimes things just line up. Broken Arch first, because they tend to be on that side of the map. A bigger area in the market. Could do with some healing potions. There should be some in the market, if memory serves. There's a little caravan I was using. Oh, can you injure me now? No, even with the changed helmet, you basic scissor bitch, not enough damage. I run away. Oh, I love it. Wish upgrading my sword gave me like a follow-up combo with that. Oh look, there he is. The potion. Three will do for now. Let's see if I see any more as I approach. Again, they tend to be in these little bags. Not every time, but most of the time. Okay, so again, break the big bits of ice. Thing will appear on the elbow, then we take him down. Excuse me. Missed. There we are. This is actually probably a little easier than getting up there on the sword. It might take a little longer, but because he doesn't have any big ranged AoE stuff, as long as I don't run out of stamina, this should be fine. God damn it. If I can aim. It is a lot slower though, to be fair. Fine, but slower. Oh dear, they got ruined. Should have seen if I could upgrade my bow as well, to be fair. I just didn't want to waste any resources until I got the sword all done. Yeah, he needs something desperately to close the distance other than walking over to me. Or maybe a way to shoot ice at me. Whatever sequel they make, if they continue in this style for the next game, I would like to see the arcs just be a little bit more formidable. Don't have to be loads, because again, that's not... They're not going for like a Soulsborne audience. There are a lot of similarities with Monster Hunter as well, but I don't feel as in danger against one of these as, say, Devil Joe. Again, if that's not the design goal, that's not actually a problem. Just for me personally. I don't like things being balls to the wall hard, I'm going to break your face. Have that thump adrenaline surge every time. There are a couple of those with like the Ark of the Forge certainly got to that point. It doesn't have to be every fight I'm in. We'll see what the final beastie honestly is like. That will be more telling than anything else. Doesn't mean I get cocky though. Come on. Damn. Cross resist. Where are you going? Eat plant. I don't know why he was going, it's fine. Break the legs. Both of them. Oh my god, I'd take it all back. If I didn't have frost resist there, I'd have taken the tick over time and possibly died. No, jump. Problem with charging the sword swings, I'll leave myself way too open. Maybe they don't have loads of bonus moves because they can just output a huge amount of damage. Although again, I'm still not 100% how the scaling goes. I don't know if it's based on how many mantle upgrades I've got, what my gear's at. I think the game just needs to display a little more information to the player in general. Some nitty gritty. Oh, right, he got his gloves back. Garbage. He's going to break one of them with his next punch, but... God! Buggered it. There we go. Nope, not there we go. I got stuck. Oh, because it was a double punch. I knew I won't be able to cling on to that stamina. Hello, I'm accidentally here again. And just while I'm here, I'm going to grab this horn. Oh, I didn't break the horn, but I grabbed the bit I needed. Precious bones! Oh, you see that tick nearly did me there. God damn it. He just moves it up too quick. I've given him a weapon! Why? Why? Nope, not close enough. Nope, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of tie you to the wall if I could. Almost, almost. Be upset, be angry. Don't grab me, don't grab me, don't grab me! Fight! Then it clung me to the floor. It's a weird bug. There. Nom it. Music says... Got him. Huzzah. Few bits and bobs as well. I'll take it. Give me those potions. Some Stenik. Again, we get a little more the more parts we break, as well as how we bring them down. Can't believe that I managed to build in weapons, though. It's very silly. Right, where are we going? Weaver's Rest and Three Sisters. Oh. Big and oop. And oop again. Blotted design. You can only assume these swaths of black ink were painted over the original text for very good reasons.
Supposedly, this explosion was the cause of the cyclical miasma floods. But we know that the floods were caused by Asylum. This doesn't add up.
See, now it is really feeling like the Eye caused the whole thing. Or at the very least, his organization did, the Norians. Again, it might be a red herring where they turn it all around. So actually, the Norians were the ones preventing all the bad, but... No, I don't expect to be rug pulled at the moment. I'm sorry, Scissor, you've no chance. I just want that chest. No. Okay, so Surge Ball monsters can still get out and about. It's not like it has rescinded that from happening. I actually just wanted to jump over, but that's fine. I'll take beating this dude. Oh! 2 for 1. Lovely. Oh yeah, just being under 100 weight has meant that my jump now has that really big amount of forward momentum. It's not quite when we're wearing the weight loss set, but way more noticeable than I thought it'd be. Fell over. Why? Why is he still going? He had a great time, it's fine. Oh, I need that one. Buy rocks. Give me. Open sesame. Give shield. Give life. Yep, we'll just burn all these really important documents. That's fine. The letters on this paper almost blur together. It's deliberate nonsense, unless...
There are a lot of redactions here. Seems like someone was trying to hide something.
Okay, let's go hand it in. See if we can figure out what's going on. Certainly the mystery of today. Chest or codex noise? Chest. Well, I'll take it. Just a little bit of it. Nope, I'm done, I'm afraid, fellas. I'm out. Excuse me. We get yeeted together. No guarding, just a chest. I wish the noise for chest and codex was just a little bit different. Enough where I could distinguish and know when to keep running or not. Now, last time I did that to a statue, there was a codex underneath it, so... Okay. Got our upgrade with damn. Wait. Already had it upgraded. I'm a fool! I should have beaten its ass for more item. It's fine. I got some anyway. It's the fur, goddammit. What should I need that for then? Something I needed it for. The iron lever. I think it was swapping a material around. Call at the moment, it's fine. What have we found? The Verdant Minds were a military group formed after the Surge by a group of subversive academics and other hangers-on. Their main goal was to take down the Veil, as they strongly believed that Kenric Stanhild's administration was holding back vital information about the Surge. I assume Kenric's our Eye's father, then? Potentially. Probably. Maybe brother? Led by an enchantress by the name of Lucia, the goal was to sabotage various complex enchantments, including hijacking or disabling Archons. They achieved this by using Lucia's high rank to steal information from the Enclave's most highly guarded labs. Their most notorious moment, and also their final moment, was when they attempted to bring down the Veil. Their reliance on faulty intelligence proved their downfall, and the group was wiped out, Lucia excluded, by a huge explosion that additionally claimed the lives of dozens of innocent bystanders. It was not clear what exactly caused the explosion, but Lucia's journals from around the time place heavy blame on the Eye. The entries include allegations both that he knew of the Verdant Mind's plans and that he was aware of enough specifics that he knew they'd fail catastrophically. So planned, set up, murdering of civilians, whether or not it was our current Eye or father-brother relation, does not bode well. Below is an illustrative excerpt of one of Lucia's journal entries. I washed my hands of it, but they pressed onwards. He was fully aware of what I'd taught them, of course, what I'd taken from the labs, and so he let it happen. He knew they were going to try and pierce the Veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Veal, broke bread with them, but when they and the rest of the Verdant Minds went off to die, Kenric just watched. Or certainly the other family member then. The Veal character mentioned above seems to have been a member of the diplomatic corps who transitioned into academia after their role was nullified by the cessation of diplomatic activity post-Surge. Veal was well known to the Eye, given their position, and several of Lucia's writings referenced them positively. Shortly after the incident, the Eye delivered a series of speeches blaming the Verdant Minds for triggering cyclical miasma floods, which we now know were caused by Asylum. An excerpt is included below. Oh, so he took the aftermath of sealing Surgeborn and blamed it on them and something else?
I speak to you in the aftermath of tragedy. It is now clear to me that the remains of our society have been infiltrated by those who would do us harm. We will root out these dissenter vermin at all levels of administration. Their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law is in effect across the remaining settlements, while ideological cleansing is ongoing. Council elections will be suspended outside of pressing matters, such as the death of a council member.
Given the above, it is clear that the downfall of the Verdant Mines was a part of a larger political gambit by the Eye to seize additional power. Apples and trees.
Find out. Any big revelations?
Oh boy, they're going to go for it.
What's wrong?
This isn't what I expected at all. I think you need to read this yourself.
I did.
Well, sure, but... Alright. This is one of Lucia's journals, right?
Is the Eye about to have us do something, say it was our idea, blame it all on us, something goes wrong when actually it planned the whole... I'm worried.
Yes. I washed my hands of it, but they pressed onwards. He was fully aware of what I taught them, of course. What I'd taken from the Institute. And so, he let it happen. He knew they were going to try to pierce the veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Vile. Broke bread with them. But when they and the rest of the Verdant Mines went off to die, Kenrick just watched.
And now read this. A transcript of one of his speeches, delivered around the same time that journal entry was written.
We will root out these dissenter vermin at all levels of administration. Their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law is in effect across remaining settlements. So he let the explosion happen, and used it for his own political gain. Wow. He's a real piece of work.
He didn't exactly engineer this, but he isn't innocent either. He sat back and allowed the Verdant Mines to try breaking through the veil. Then they unintentionally triggered a huge explosion, conveniently wiping themselves out in the process. And just like that, the Eye had a scapegoat on whom to blame the cyclical miasma floods. He used panic and fear to secure himself a spot as provisional leader. But everyone eventually forgot that provisional bit. I genuinely didn't expect this at all. I thought I'd find out that he'd just been mildly conniving all his life, not this.
So, what do we do about this then?
Again, it's either Khan's... It's a relative, right?
We need to confront him. He may be the Enclave's leader, but we can still take him to
Wait.
task on what he's covered up.
Khan and Kenrick the same person? I'm confused.
Wait, what? You really think that'll work?
Yes. I'll present him with our evidence, and he'll have to give us an explanation.
I'm open to the idea. But what makes you think he'll want to speak to us?
I'm confident in my powers of persuasion. I may be young, but a lifetime spent orbiting the seas.
I can check the codex, actually.
Well, let's just say that I know how to appeal to a politician's better judgment.
I'm glad we got this information before doing the next bit.
Well, I trust your judgment.
Excellent. I'll finish writing this.
Oh, we're going to do that first.
Have faith.
It's not you who I'm lacking faith in. Trust me. Anyway, I'll see you at the hold.
I won't be long.
This might get completely waved off.
Hey, Seth? Watch your back with Kenrick standing. He's slippery.
Has his name always been Kenrick and I just sometimes my eyes put Khan there? Where is he? Where is he? Surely he'd have his own. Alright.
Then why is he only starting now, after 2 decades of stagnant leadership?
He blew people up.
He didn't have the means before.
Right, we'll go investigate this first. I'll come back, take a bio break, and then we'll see what big revelations lie ahead. Much doesn't feel worth skipping, like it's only an extra couple of seconds before that animation continues. Oh, you're playing with magic. Not us to talk about though.
Why do I feel as if I'm about to have my time wasted?
Listen here, Kenrick or Khan or whatever your name is. If I have just confused him with someone else, it's fine. You can let me know in the comments or live. Just tell me it's okay.
Please allow me to present my research. I promise it won't take but a moment. I've compiled a dossier concerning an event that occurred in the Enclave around 35 years ago.
And what event would that be, pray tell?
The attempt to pierce the veil. I can only assume you were familiar with the Verdant Mines.
The name rings a bell. It's been decades, as you said.
They were the subject of many of your speeches. It's interesting that your
Go on, Len,
memory
push him.
subject is hazy.
You'll forgive me for not remembering the exact wording or subject of any of the hundreds of speeches.
He's always drawn with his fists clenched.
That's not a problem. I can summarize my findings. Firstly, our evidence suggests, with a high level of confidence, that you were aware of the Verdant Mines' plans to pierce the veil. Secondly, in support of that assertion, you gained this knowledge through your close relationship with the enchantress known as Lucia.
I never knew any enchantress by that name.
Mm-hmm.
That's odd, since you seem to have been a recurring character in her personal journals. Though, truth be told, she didn't seem particularly fond of you in the later
Ooh,
entries.
burn him, Len.
So, back to the attempt
Oh, he's about to
pierce the
flip.
veil. You knew.
I knew that it would go poorly.
You knew.
Of course I did. But what does it matter?
He's just gonna brush it off.
You could have stopped it.
But I didn't. Pray tell, Lawkeeper, what goal did you hold in your mind as you travelled here?
This stone cold son of a bitch.
I wanted to learn the truth about the past, to uncover what had been hidden.
Lane Free Selectus. That's who you are, yes?
Oh no, his intel. He's about to hit our friend.
That's correct. Though, I'm not sure how... never
Oh
mind.
no.
But my research...
House Lectus of Udea. It's no wonder you felt the need to make something of yourself. Well, today will not be that day. Nor, I believe, will any.
We can kill him now. We can kill him right now before the big speech later. And you just tell me. Just give me the word.
I won't waste my breath debating a jumped-up little snot from a house so consumed by cupidity that it can't even keep its hearts lit. Once a failure of a house, always a failure of a house. And it shows in your insipid rag parading as research.
I mean it. We can do him right now. Right now.
Did you just call me a jumped-up little snot?
Let's see how they respond.
No, I didn't. You must have misheard me.
What? What kind of gaslighting bullshit is that? Straight up to their face.
Will that be all from you? I have other matters to attend.
Give me punch button game. Immediately.
Skies! That is enough. Lane deserves better than this disrespect.
You dare to speak of respect?
Don't you twist it into something else.
Our home, who undid Asylum, who attempts to destroy decades of societal progress.
I'm trying to help rebuild the Enclave, not destroy it. Self-important jerks like you aren't helping.
I have single-handedly held back the tide of oblivion. I'm not self-important. I'm a damned hero.
What a conflicting, like, I'm not self-important, I'm a hero. Like, I think most times a hero wouldn't be saying that, would they?
And your lackey will remove yourselves from my presence, or I'll call the guards.
Yeah, what guards you won't let us see?
Bryn, thanks, but it's not worth it. I need to go.
Skies above. I was worried this would happen.
Do you hear all that? How about we just kill him?
Guards, after this day? Yes.
I'm in need of a cold ale myself.
Genuinely very, very angry. something like that. Game has to give me reason now. Game has given me plenty of reason to hate this man, and it continues to give me reason to hate this man. There's no way it flips at any point at this point. There is no way suddenly he's been a good guy all along. No. No. Aria, did you hear about this? Gotta look after him. They will not be doing well after that.
I can't even.
That's the biggest setback they've had since we've been here this whole time.
This is a disaster.
Did I make it worse?
No, not at all. Not for a moment. You were very kind and strong and supportive and courageous. It reminded me of why I left.
Home.
Everything back there was all about your house. Your actions or intent never mattered. And when I tried to forge a different path in life, the knives came out. I had no real choice but to leave. I thought I had left it all in my past. But now, here we are.
I'm really sorry, Lane. It must be hard to be reminded of that. Do you want to talk about it?
I think I need a little while to consider my next move. Maybe a long while. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's all right. I'll be here when you need me.
Thanks, Bryn.
It wasn't that long of a while. God damn it, game. Given how often we can be out on expeditions, I think spacing out some of those talking points, especially on the harder subjects, would have worked out a little better. I don't know, but at the same vein, every RPG like this, I'm always back at camp and checking immediately, so I suppose it wouldn't really matter.
How did he know? Lane, are you alright?
I'm just rattled. I never told you or anyone else my full name.
Also, Sev couldn't have done it.
Not because I didn't want you to know, or because I thought you'd judge me, just that I'm allowed to hold information back.
And the eye threw it at you like he'd known you your whole life.
Yes, and he accurately described the state of my house, too. Which is not a secret, particularly, but...
Couldn't have literally like a third eye, mind reading type of...
I wonder how he knew.
I mean, no, he is like an information specialist, so...
That's the very question that's been torturing me. As far as I know, we're the only people to ever make it through the Veil. And I was most certainly born after it was raised.
He's getting intel from outside.
There's no other way for information or news to make it through.
Before you ask, it wasn't me who told him.
Britain.
But that raises the question, doesn't it? Who among us betrayed our trust? And how do they even know in the first place?
To be honest with you, I don't love the idea that we've got someone in our midst sharing information like that.
Wouldn't be Aria.
I can't think of anyone in our camp who might intentionally hurt you. But that doesn't make it okay.
I can see young Sev dropping names, but I can't imagine him getting the best of Lane. Even if they were asleep, like Lane's been hawk-eyed, eagle-eyed, however you want to call it, the whole time.
Find out who did this. I think you're owed an apology.
Yes.
Also, the married couple are still...
Stay vigilant, Bryn.
Suddenly, mistrust among everybody. Nobody fit. Cass, you know what? Talk? No? Okay. Wait, what? I didn't even notice this button before. Casman has brokered a trade agreement with the Half-Siders. In return for our salvage supplies, they'll provide specific resources on demand. Any resource that has been discovered can be acquired, but be aware, salvage prices are steep. 40 for every... Oh! Ooh, wait a minute. I could get some fancy upgrades. I get my main set fully decked out. Glasstail fur. Flame two-hand is only level 1. I need loads of that stuff. That one needs one bit of refined serenite. That's max, that's max. Unless I wanted to reforge the material. Serenite, fur, grain, fur. Serenite, fur, fine. $40 per legendary. I just do all my greens. Camp's fully upgraded. I shouldn't need any more. Yep, that's loads. And each one of these is 5. I'm going to make them all even numbers because I'm a stickler like that. Don't kind of want to do it with the epics just yet, though. Okay. So I need at least one of these. 2 of these. And then, what was the other one? Refined Serenite. Yeah, one of those. Sorry, Albert.
Swing hard.
Do everything else at least once first. Get you at level 5. Maxed out. Yeah, now that's a lot. That is 40, 80, and then another 160 on top of that. 240. Armor, I'm alright. I think I need to focus on sword. Even then. Sovereign, Drake, Iron, Fur. Hang on. It only requires the same amount of material each time, right? So if I get... Let me test this. If I get 2 furs and another 4 sovereign stuff. I know it was just here. It wasn't pointed out. There wasn't like a red exclamation mark on that. That'd have been nice, just so I knew. Okay, let's try that.
Brutish, yet elegant.
Aye, they are going up a little bit. Game said be fully prepared.
Brutish, yet elegant.
One more, which requires... Oh, it's only the top one that went up. 7 of them. So I need 2,800. 280 rather. Can halve a few of these. Just going down by 10's probably okay. Beautiful. I got loads of spare stuff. I don't need to worry about it. You then have to buy it again, you absolute numpty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Did the model change a bit then? Is it just me, or have the flames gotten more pronounced? Hang on. Absolutely it has. I didn't notice that kind of thing happening on the armor. Maybe it has to be upgraded like that and a really high level of material. Okay, it does need to be the same amount. So I'd need 24 of one of these. Swap that over. $24 times 4 of it. It's 40, not 4. That's a load more of that stuff. I'm alright for now. See how we handle with the weapon. Yeah, it's looking fancy. Now I'm like, can I upgrade the sword and the bow? I want to know if it's going to require... The bow's level 4. Hang on, it's frostbane leather. I want to know if the bow's going to change appearance and if it's going to require legendary materials or not. Which one was it? Frostbane leather. I just needed the one. Don't forget to buy it. Okay, so bow currently looks like that. Oh, look, yeah, it does. Has that been happening every single upgrade or not? It doesn't look like... It looks like when you get it to the 5th level. Yeah, same on the sword. Ooh. Shame it doesn't seem to be happening with armor as well, but... It's not necessarily easy to tell. If I had any armor at level 4, I'd be able to properly see, but... In any case, that's really cool for the weapons. Awesome. Love that. Well, that means more material to actually show off and have the colour change too. Really worked out for the sword, I think. Alright. Now we've done that side quest, I'm going to just do another save. Just a little further down, just in case. I don't know why it would matter. But yeah, then we will talk to Arkin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself a quick bio break. Grab a little bit of water. And then we will see what fresh hell awaits us. Everything going on with Seven the Eye. Will he turn out to just be a friend? Highly doubtful. Is he coming from a place of goodwill? Maybe. But, I don't know. Things are looking pretty fishy. But in any case, stretch your legs, refill your beverage. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Oh, let me put it in the chat. Tappity, tappity, tap, tap.
Don't mind me hanging out here, do you?
Not at all. Why do you ask?
Cool. Casmin just seemed a little put off.
There we go.
I heard her saying something about me stalking Bryn the first time I came here.
Yes, won't be happy about that, would she?
She'll warm up to you in time. She always does.
Go hiding in my camp so I don't trigger any more dialogue accidentally. There we go. Alright, as I said, be back in a few minutes. I'll see you soon. And we're back. Thank you for your patience. Just get my headset on. A swig of cold tea. Water's refilled for when it runs out. Now then. I don't know how long we're going to be in this next bit, but we'll see. I've already eaten this evening. So I'm able to last a little longer if needs be.
Ready to head to Cassidon's Hold?
I am. Let's do it.
As ready as I'll ever be.
Great. Hey, while it's just the two of us.
Yes.
I'll be deploying to the Underworks almost immediately after we arrive. Watch Khan Stanold for me, will you?
See?
I know Aurea wants you to give him a chance, but he can't be trusted.
Look, someone else is calling him Khan. Is it Kenrick or Khan, or is it like Khan Kenrick Stanhild? I don't know.
I'm always ready for anything, Eric.
I knew I wasn't crazy.
I know. Let's move.
What should be really mundane?
Decades of caution have been rewarded, friends. For this moment, and not one sooner, is the precise time to strike. Today, we wrangle our lands free from the Surgeborn's grasp and reclaim our hearth once more. Whatever it takes. None of this could be possible without the esteemed prowess of the Spindle. Her work on the Arks has laid the foundation for my plan. She and I will proceed to the Grand Gate at once. Scouts, you have your orders. It's time. Whatever it takes.
Bryn, you need to come with me.
Now?
Yeah, no time to explain.
Okay.
And Aurea, you should get on the scry.
All right. Whatever you need.
Let's go. Sev?
Oh boy.
I know you said there's no time to explain.
Haven't had many cutscene.
Want to give me a clue as to where we're going?
So,
Seen that comic style from the beginning used again, which is a shame. It was good.
well, he had me repair the Grand Gate. It's connected to this place called the Source, and I guess that's where the Surgeborn came from. He's got this plan to go there and solve this problem once and for all.
The Grand Gate was that bit
I
underground.
heard that part of his speech already. What does this have to do with us sprinting like an Ash Peak Drake is on our heels?
So there's, it's better if I just show you.
As punctual as you are, Derek.
I know that voice.
Sev, what's going on?
Also, they can speak?
I don't know.
Wait, is this going to be Lucia?
Oh, don't blame him. He's merely a puppet. Ironic, given I'm the one all tangled up.
That's not our Baldur's Gate 3 narrator, is it? That's... Oh, what was her name? Amelia Tyler, maybe? I might be getting that wrong. You're welcome to correct me later. I'd have to double check. But...
So you can talk?
Of course. Only language could allow me to prey upon Kenrick's exquisite inadequacies.
I mean, that sounds pretty evil. Not that I'm against it right now, but...
You've been talking to the Eye? Manipulating him?
Into a foolhardy and preposterous plan
Oh, no.
that only an absolute imbecile could think was worth pursuing, yes.
So is this someone from the past, or is this just what the Surgeborn are, and they are manipulative?
I've been down here for years, laying groundwork and learning what I could about your people. All towards a moment when I could convince Kenrick to act. I almost despaired he ever would. And then, along comes you.
How'd you find this, Sev?
Me?
Oh, yes. Kenrick is threatened by you. Terrified, even. In your brief time inside the Veil, you've accomplished so much more than he has in decades. Not that that's saying much. Still, you are the perfect catalyst for change. We have that in common. As you who might be able to stop us is here, talking to me.
Sev, why have you brought me here then?
You're first, but even you can't run to the rescue now.
Or has Sev just discovered this?
Thought of everything. Except, why tell me all this?
Because you're too late to stop us. And even if you weren't, no one would believe you.
That's a disappointing answer.
Sure. Unless they were listening.
Oh, that's why Sev had us on the scry.
Quit taunting it, Bryn. We've got work to do.
See, that's something about villains. It's like, you just... I understand the impetus of, like, I want to gloat because my plan, my long-laid plan, but it's still a bit silly. The Grand Gate isn't the big giant one from downstairs, then. Oh, this guy doesn't deserve just to get out of this by dying heroically and saving his daughter. No, 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 no. That would genuinely piss me off. Oh, we got a big Surgeborn arc. That's why the final one has been shown. Oh, no. You fucked up, my guy. Don't you dare kill him.
No! I'm staying to fix this.
Go on, Isla. Coward. Wait. Are you about to?
You can to buy me time.
We're going to make Titan Clash happen. Hello. You're going to get a scythe now. That's looking more greatsword in scythe. Swirl of legs.
The spindle told her to bide time.
Why does it take too long?
Glad I upgraded my weapon. Oh! That did no damage. Oh! Jesus! Okay, just keep me in the air. 0. That's damage. Okay, the red bits. That's unavoidable damage. Okay, I've made him frosty. Me down, please. Oh, gravity bomb. That's great. Doesn't have to move away from me, does it? Where am I? Oh, I can break these horns as well. The game's going to take this fight away from me. I know it. Okay, broken another bit. I don't see a way to stop that. Dodging would be a good start. Oh. Hit. Heal, please. So much stuff. Come on, aim. There you go. Ooh. Voidy arm. Nope, I didn't want to go up that way. Okay, that bit's got frosty, but nothing's... Okay, it just kind of missed me. Being very generous with the health potions game. Nope, don't you almost there me, I'm gonna win! I'm absolutely gonna win. Ow! Just the one on its head, out of a horn.
Hopefully not what I think she is.
Oh damn, don't be like that. Capturing my magic. Oh, there's a good cutscene. Say good, just using this art style, I like it a lot. I was winning though! I had it! This is going to kill her, isn't it? That's going to make Bird Lady very sad. Oh boy. It's breaking the ice. Nice. Gotta push it back down.
Whatever it takes.
No. Not when she and the bird just got together. Not like this. Oh no. It's a tear. I'm still gonna punch you, eye guy. Damn. I got a good look at the fight though. Broke off most of the bits.
Spirits. Okay.
Been really good about getting themselves ready.
Problems like this. Well, not just like this, but yeah. We'll figure it out. Aurea. She'll know what to do.
I know you're not one to shy away from a fight, but you should
Oh,
have known
boy.
better than to go toe to toe with that thing.
Casmin, I'm all right.
That's not the point, Bryn. I was
Oh,
really scared.
I know.
you're gonna make me cry all over again. What are you doing?
Oh, I should be better about this, but I can't lose you. Not after we finally.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise.
Good. Dom would be beside himself if something happened to you.
Hmm.
Aha. I don't know what I'd do without Dom either.
You're staring. What's got you in such a good mood?
What? I can't admire my gorgeous girlfriend.
You can, but none of this showing up here just to look at me with love in your eyes. That's too mushy.
Oh, you're a big softy. Admit it.
Especially in front of Aurea.
Fair.
At least come up with something clever to talk about.
Whoa.
So, if being mushy around the caravan isn't ideal, tell me what you'd like to do when we have some downtime.
I'd love to. It's dumb.
Now you have to tell me.
Drake scales.
Stargazing.
No.
When I worked the shipping lanes, I learned a lot about navigation by the stars. Maybe it'd be fun to... I don't know.
Kaz, nothing would make me happier than a date by starlight with you.
Oh, I think it would be so peaceful.
So many. I'm not just gonna run.
Are you worried that Aurea won't approve of us?
Aurea's head snaps up. Just.
No, she thinks it's... cute.
Oh.
Then why are you worried about her seeing us be cute?
It's not just her. It's everyone.
I know if I just had a really rough time, but this is nice too.
You make me so happy. And I guess I'm afraid that if everyone sees how happy I am around you, then they'll know how devastated I'll be if it doesn't work out.
No.
This is still really new.
Anxiety,
Is it
tough.
bad if I need to take things slow before I can parade our cuteness around the camp?
Is okay.
Of course not. But just so you know, you make me incredibly happy too. If I have my way, this will totally work out.
That's reassuring.
Tell me about yourself then. What's the happiest memory from your childhood?
It rained a lot in Dunbrennig, so we didn't do this often. But on the rare sunny days, my mum took me to the beach. We'd both bring books and blankets to spend the day reading on the hot sandy coastline.
That sounds lovely.
It was.
Sure. I can find something to talk about. Ah! What made you fall head over heels for me?
Subtle. I guess I believe that the best thing you can do with your life is be in service of others. And that's what you embody. As a friend, as a point, as a leader. Yet, somehow you do it without burning out or putting others above yourself in an unhealthy way. That's very attractive.
That's what draws me to you. How caring you are. And more importantly, how you're learning to turn that care in towards yourself.
I'm trying, at least. I like that you noticed.
I don't want this last one to be the option.
Unfortunately, your adorable face has...
Okay,
left me
Bryn saved it.
speechless.
Bryn absolutely saved it.
Oh, gods. I'll meet you in your tent later.
Excuse me?
You can stare all you like then.
Looking forward to it.
My goodness. There was no option in the menu for like a streamer mode to avoid any potential nudity, was there? I don't want the video to be taken down because I once it. Well, I could just then, you know, edit it myself, but it's alright. The helmet will be on. I'm going to assume it's fine.
The spindle sacrificed.
It's got me worried.
We could have lost Bryn just as quickly as we lost her.
Why's my bow come back?
We didn't.
Can I have my sword, please? Thank you. Okay, it's because I had to hit the button twice. Or not. Game. Also, now I'm wondering how they all look when they're fully upgraded. All fancy. Well, for whatever reason, that did it. There we go. Got there in the end. But it's okay. Everything will be fine. I'm sure everyone else has a few things to say. Not everyone, apparently. Oh, Arkham actually sat down for once.
Hey, Eric. I'm so sorry for your loss. How are you holding up after everything?
Thank you, but I don't think you want the real answer.
I'm angry.
I really do. You look like a pot about to boil over, and your people need you focused. So let me have it.
I knew Kenrick Stanold was incompetent, but this... I didn't think he was capable of this. He deploys my entire team, spreads us thin on no information. A plan that requires utmost secrecy, he called it. Swearing we would be given what we needed to know when the time was right. And then... nothing. A big speech, empty promises of victory, and the dawning realization among my team that we were a distraction. Meaningless forces to draw the Surgeborn's attention. And at that, we succeeded. While Kenrick, goddamn Stanold, ran for his life, they descended on my people like vultures swarming.
Oh, more losses. Oh boy.
People died because of that man. Good people will carry scars because of that man.
Like, you can actually hear that rage in the voice actor as well. Like, Arkham's been pretty, like, jovial a lot of the time, but, man. I completely agree.
Bryn, I cannot fathom how you must have felt in that fight against the Surgeborn.
I had him. I could have had him.
As strange as it is to say, I had the easy part.
Yes. A tragedy about Isla. So much talent lost. Wasted, even.
Absolutely. Well, Len never really got a chance to talk to Isla either.
The bar I'd set for my expectations of him was low. Subterranean. You'd have to plumb tremendous depths to even glimpse it. And yet, I never would have expected him to stoop quite so low as he did at the Grand Gate.
Hey, Lane. How are you holding up?
I'm... fine. Just coming down from the stress of all this. I was... a bit worried about you, I'll admit. Are you all right?
Thanks for the concern. A little sore today, but no lasting injuries.
It did, like, use a gravity well to throw me into the air several times and beat me with a sword, but, you know, healing potions.
Good. Are you sure you're fine?
Yes. Just ruminating on the numerous disastrous failures that led to this. Not by us, but...
I'm asking myself the same questions. And honestly, I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. I had a bad feeling about Stanold from the beginning, and I should have listened to it. Particularly after seeing how he treated you. It makes my blood boil.
I suppose it was our collective failure to not challenge him. I did, of course, but scholars rarely agree on much. But if there's one philosophy many of us share, it's that we must understand our past to build better futures. Maybe I couldn't have prevented this tragedy, but I can't help but mine the past for clues of what was to come, if only to stop it from ever happening again.
Aye, aye. Let's see how Aurea sends us off. Set us up for tomorrow.
Hey.
Hey.
How do you feel?
Okay now, but it was touch and go for a while. Lane will probably never forgive me. For that matter, I might not either.
I knew that fight. The Spindle, giving her life like that. It'd be on your mind all night. How could it not? And I've been mulling over what to tell you this morning. I had a speech planned, but you don't need a speech. You're like me. It'd ring false. So I'm going to tell you what I'd need to hear after something like that. You did good. It was an awful situation, but you stood up and did what needed to be done without hesitating. Not many people have that kind of grit.
I can't shake the feeling that if I had done something more, the spindle would still be with us.
She made her choices same as you. She was a weaver, and we do whatever it takes. Look, I know you, Bryn. You're made of stern stuff. You've the mountains in your bones.
It's a hell of a line.
Any sense of doubt or being shaken is just snowfall. Temporary, and it'll slide off soon.
That was the part you practiced, right?
Yes. But that doesn't make it less true.
Okay. Okay. Thoughts on what we do next? We obviously need to deal with that beast. But where to start?
Hit it again.
We need to get everyone together. Our band, Arakim too. And I want you to call the meeting.
Me?
Yes. You.
Oh. Gather the band and see what happens next. Why is there two? So that's what it wants me to do. It's Arkham one.
Do you know what's amazing?
Tell me.
Digging into the past and salvaging relics that change your understanding of everything we do.
Feels a little soon to give me this quest when he's...
Maybe this is all
You know,
that for you.
I don't know.
You've been free to do it for so long.
It's the problem with RPGs and picking up quests.
I haven't been doing it that long, but I can't imagine it will ever get old.
Well, good. So, our relics of the day are those scries we recovered, which work very much like yours, which demolishes my original bet on ours having been affected by this surge somehow. My best guess now is that they're working so well because they were packed up so tight.
No, my
I
asthma.
floated the idea with Dharm and he was pretty into it. Want to join me in following up?
Oh. Don't need me to do the asking this time?
No. I'm getting the hang of this.
Bless him.
It's good you're here, Bryn. We have a mystery to solve.
A scrinundrum. Ah, no, that doesn't work.
Scriddle?
Ah, damn it. That's so much better.
Good scriddle.
You two are fun. To business, though, what we need to really work on the scries is a new set of the tools I use to maintain ours.
Do you not have them?
Lost in our mad dash through the veil. I hadn't felt the urgent need to replace them just yet, but if we're to compare and contrast our three classes of scry, we'll need them.
We haven't needed these tools until now?
Like most Enclave enchantments, the scries are incredibly durable. I normally maintain ours every few months. We had more pressing matters at hand, until this mystery reared its head.
What exactly do these tools involve?
They are so very fiddly. Small optics, for example.
Every time they do the glasses thing for him.
To target the patterns that form the images and keep the sound clear. That sort of thing. Like tuning an instrument.
Could we not borrow some from Arek's people?
I tried. I would consider their tools insufficient to our needs.
He's saying they're bad.
I'm saying they're bad, but politely.
This is usually the part where I find myself wrestling a giant lizard or something. So you might as well just tell me now.
Bryn, you never fail to cut to the heart of the matter, but I have good tidings. We need you to pick a flower.
Off the top of a dragon set.
A flower? That's it?
Not quite. It's from a plant renowned for its magical sensitivity called Mirian's Bloom.
I wonder if that's the one I found earlier.
And the tricky part, Dom was telling me, is that it can't be moved via any kind of teleportation. No loom gates and such.
Oh.
Indeed, and complicating matters, it withers very quickly once picked.
Oh. So I need my speedy gear and run.
Bane and I can stabilize it, but we'll need our workstations here to do so, which means...
I'm going to have to run.
Pretty much. Sorry about that.
I'll just stretch extra. Do we know where I can find some?
Assumably in the place right outside.
Yes, in the swamp not too far from here, on the other side of the hollow.
Sounds like a plan.
Design unlocked for scry maintenance. Which needs thick hide and hard leather, but I don't have. I should be able to gather those either pretty quickly, or I'm assuming from the... Because this lets me get any, right? Yeah. So that's going to be fine, even if I don't find what I need. I tell you what, that seems like a pretty quick quest. Of course, it's a flash freeze over there. So I just go as light as possible. Where's my fin stuff? Don't fight anything. Ironically, my best weapons are my lightest weapons. Okay, we run in, we run out. It's not very fast. Okay, Archon's Expanse in Dredger's Mire. Shrine and Down or Lake and Down? Shrine and Down, because then we have to go past the lake anyway, and we have to literally run through the zone. Alright, speedrun time. We'll just feel odd to do this after the big team meeting we have to do. We'll do this distraction first.
Didn't let Arik power the scry for your run with the blue grin.
Appreciate it, Oria.
You could use the practice.
Too much cold. How have I never seen that codex entry right in front of me? That's insane. Outskirt Shrine. Older iconography, but clearly from the Church of the First Flame. Right, I don't want to use my cold resist potion until I get it in hand, because then I don't want to be slowed down. At the moment, we're okay. Hopefully the big fellow ignores me. No, doggo. I missed! Okay. This is the plan!
Just remember, once you pick one, time starts running down.
Okay.
Then it's a nice steady pace back here. You got it.
Listen, you. Yep, that'll do. Okay. Frost potion. Poorly timed. Get rid of him quickly. They're going to interrupt my swings, aren't they? Yep. It did upgrade the ability! Holy shit! That's awesome! Oh, I wish the game kind of gave me a hint towards that. I'd have been way more excited about it. Wait, does my sword do something too? Or is the explosion just bigger? Yeah, it's more explosions. Oh, that's so good! That's so good! Hard to say if the bow does anything different. Oh, it just makes a bigger ball. Which is still useful. Oh, that's so bloody cool. One more time, for good measure. Awesome. Alright, the task at hand. Don't break the flower. How's my magic resist? 300. Okay, it's still on. And go.
Good. Now move. We'll be ready.
Is there no actual timer? Does I get all prepped for nothing game? I'm treating it as it is. Kind of gets me further, but then the stop down doesn't help. I need to go up and over it. I missed! There we go. My goodness. So bloody far. Yum.
Good progress, Bryn. Smooth and steady.
Nope. Running like mad woman. Oh, this bit's going to be a bit of a long way back. It's clear day, though, I believe. Just focused and moving. Oh, shit. I already went the wrong way. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's up and over.
It's looking a bit off.
What's normal? Just keep moving, and you'll be fine.
Maybe there is a hidden timer. Okay. There isn't, but it's okay. Just grab by bits. As long as we don't die at full damage, we're fine. Yep. Oh, there was the other exit. I assume that one works.
She's got this. Diamond Lane, be ready.
The bloom's definitely a bit dry looking.
No, I'm going to make it.
This is a challenging distance. She's got this. Did we?
Yes. Oh, we're good.
Huzzah!
Excellent work, everyone. We'll get this over to Solar, Bryn. She'll be ready for you whenever.
Good stuff. Let me get back into my less comfortable clothes. Yeah, it's still unclear if... I don't think armor's been changed by upgrading it to max. But the fact my weapons do and they gain unique abilities, just to reiterate, is bloody awesome. Alright, what did Solar need? 3 thick hide, 3 hard leather. Should be easy enough. Thick hide and hard leather. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, need one more. Hang on. Oop, there you go. Sorted. A kit created with Meridian's bloom for analysing a scry's function. Oh, but now we need to go and consult with them. That's fine. Alright, alright. Saves me doing the runabout next time, though. Isn't really a moment to swing by the hold, though. It feels a little improper going without doing this quest first, given we will probably be over there anyway. I think then, with that for today, I'll say thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed yourselves, don't forget to hit that like button, help push the video through the algorithm so more folks can come hang out, play some games with us. Subscribe for more content here on the channel. On the weekdays, we're here, 9 AM GMT. And in the evenings, somewhere between 4 and 6. It's a little up in the air. Today was close to 6, yesterday close to 4. You know, we're figuring it out. Just depends how busy I am on the given day. And you can find playlists to all the games we've already covered right here on the channel to binge to your heart's content. Why?
I still can't believe she's gone.
I know, Nav, you all time this every time I sign off.
Never mind. I can't even go there right now.
Dear. So until next time, folks, much love, take care,